Told you he was shopping for a new ship.
What's going on? Who are they? I suggest you shut your mouth. This isn't your laboratory. Sit down. Calm down.
How are you, heroes? Designate open focus. Prepare for boarding.
They're pirates. Should we fight? I don't have a death wish. You?
Dude.
The tier for Alderaan.
Dude, that was incredible. So I guess Mando's got a ship, huh?
Guess so. We're not wasting any time. Is this Tatooine? Looks like Tatooine.
It's always Tatooine.
Gotta go get Cobb Vanth. Or maybe not.
Nah.
Nope.
That could be Dantooine. No, it's not. Well?
Yes, Mando chips.
My wife is badass.
It's got to be somewhere close to Camino, right, Josh?
Yeah, you'd think. Sasha Banks lied. She said she wasn't coming back this season.
I need your help.
Oh, hi, Sabine. No, that's Sasha Banks. I lied.
I need your help.
Whose fight did I say it is? Bo-Katan's fight.
Oh, shit.
Season 3.
Mothkillian is mine.
He's not coming in?
Mhm.
Dark Troopers look better right there than they did the first time.
Yeah. I had spears with him.
Oh.
And I use that blaster in Battlefront.
He said no. Oh.
No. It's Beskar. Telling you, it's Beskar.
Ah.
So much for that.
Holy shit.
Kill him.
Bested.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Coronation.
No.
You had your hands
Should have
full.
jumped when they had the chance.
Oh my God.
We getting our Jedi?
Oh shit!
What I say, what I say.
Is that red 5? Is that red 5?
Red 5. Count the stripes.
Shut the fuck up!
Ignite the green. Oh, he senses it. He senses them. Oh, ignite the green. Oh, those guys are toast. Did Kyle Katarn fly an X-Wing too?
I don't remember. Oh my god.
Oh, we're only going to see it from the footage like that.
No, there's still a lot of time left.
What I say? It's going to be vague though. We're not. Oh man,
What
we're
if
not
it's
going to be able to
it's
tell the
Ahsoka?
color of the lightsaber. It's Luke. That's Luke.
It's fucking Luke fucking Skywalker.
He's here to rescue you. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Whoa! Whoa! Holy
What's
shit!
Steele doing right now, man? Oh my God.
Oh my god!
What'd I say?
Oh my god!
Oh, we going to see his face? Oh, come on.
Merry fucking Christmas!
Oh, look out.
Merry Christmas!
Oh my God. Just blast him. Dude. Yes.
Woo!
Oh man. It's like Darth Vader vibes right there.
Yeah, Anakin, Darth Anakin, right?
Yeah. Let's see his face. We're going to see his face when they open up the elevator doors.
No way.
What do we think? Sebastian Stan or CG?
Gotta be.
Do they CG Sebastian Stan? Is he going to chuck the lightsaber? Good. Yes. Yes.
Are we going to get the line? I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Please.
Dude.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
Dude.
Are we losing Grogu to go retake Mandalore? He's Mandalore now.
Dude. Grogu's telling him I gotta go with him.
The doors.
Are you crazy?
Heather Neen was right. Or Catherine Neen, sorry. Catherine Neen was right.
Oh my god.
I think that's Sebastian. Yep.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Are you a Jedi? I am.
Oh my god.
Are you a Jedi? I am. Come, little one. He doesn't want to go with you.
wants your permission. He is strong with the Force, but talent without training is nothing. I will give my life to protect the child, but he will not be saved until he masters his abilities.
Igor, that's who you belong with. He's one of your kind. I'll see you again. I promise.
Here we go.
All right, pal. It's time to go. Don't be afraid.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. Oh my God.
R2 makes it better. Oh my.
May the Force be with you.
All right, well, in our preview show, what was the first thing I said? I said expect the unexpected. And every logical person dismissed Luke as being able to be the Jedi because of whatever reason.
What'd I say, man? I said safe money's on Luke. I said safe money's on
Everybody
You
Luke.
did.
did, Josh.
You did.
Mark Hamill in the credits.
You did.
Was that Seb Stan as well?
Wait. Mark was in the credits? Yeah, he was. He
It
did.
just said Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I saw it.
Was Sebastian as the body?
I don't know. I'm guessing since that was just CG.
Because the more I started looking at the face, it looked more like Sebastian Stan, and they CG'd over his face.
That's what it
Yeah.
looked like.
Let's see what they say in the full credits.
And I got to tell you, that looked like last time we saw him in the timeline. That looked very much like Battlefront 2 Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like, but yeah. I mean, I was gonna say they got close to Jedi too, but
We got Germany in the house.
what up, Germany?
Netted, what's going on?
Kylo, I see Kylo is down there muted, but I'm assuming he hasn't.
Stunt double Jedi, Matt Rigetti.
I didn't tell you guys my funny moment. I literally got to the part where he ignites the Darksaber and he goes to stab him in the back, and my computer shut off. I went, no! So I had to panically pull up Disney Plus on my phone.
No,
It was great. And then I accidentally skipped ahead to the wrong part, and I saw him walking in with Darksaber. I'm like, well, crap, that got spoiled for me. Okay.
That was literally the best thing that could have happened ever tonight, like ever.
What is Steele doing right now? That's what I'm wondering.
He's probably typing #IgniteTheGreen right now.
No, he's live right now, man. He's live.
That man has been shouting #IgniteTheGreen for since TLJ.
What do we got? What do we got?
So Matt Rigetti, it says stunt double Jedi.
Hold on, there's more after the credits.
No.
No way.
Hold
on. I'll be back.
McClunky. The Book of Boba Fett. Oh my god, I just got the chills. Mikey. Say something.
Are you guys done? Are you guys done? Josh?
I am done.
Josh? Josh is done. I think Josh is done. He's in shock. Dude. Kathleen Kennedy kept that from us.
All right, let's
Holy shit.
All right, everybody.
I'm gonna
I'll
be back. I'm gonna hit the studio downstairs. I'll be back, okay? In 2 minutes.
All right. So that was our watch part. And now just depending on what everyone's going to do, because we're all going to branch off and kind of, record this together, but we're all going to have our thing going on. We're just going to start it over in case anyone wants to do it as their own part. So here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Michael Condon representing the Toomedtoo Star Wars Network. We've got your fix, and I'm talking really fast because holy shit, we just got done watching the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. And with us, we have Josh from Talking Sith podcast. We have Darth Rose Rebels. We have Trevor Beast. We have Gannon 136. We got a few more people that are going to be hopping in and joining us. But damn.
Damn indeed.
Okay.
Ignite the green.
Ignite the green.
Hashtag ignite the green.
Hashtag I told you Boba was alive.
The book of Boba Fett. I was
December-
shocked, man.
Hashtag Boba Unchained.
Okay, all right, so that's December 21. Is that going to be a book? Is it going to be a movie? Are we getting a Boba Fett movie?
They were saying, there was rumors before this that they were saying in between seasons 2 and 3 of Mando, we would get a short Boba Fett like miniseries. So like a special thing, kind of like Kenobi or Lando is going to be. And so I guess they were just waiting to announce it till this. So that's why we didn't hear about it. That's the one thing I said. I was shocked that we didn't see at the Disney announcements the other day.
Okay,
So you knew this was coming.
Well, they kept some secrets from us.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So I guess the biggest thing, I'm not sure where Bill is, and I know Mikey's switching rooms. Bill is coming. The biggest thing is Luke Skywalker.
So how do we think he looked, man? Like that was definitely CG'd. It was good. It looks like it was I read it was an actor called Matt Rigetti in the credits for the Jedi stunt double.
Now, was that just for the scenes in the hallway?
I mean, I don't know. What do we think? Like, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of Luke Skywalker.
We got to wait for Gallery. Maybe Gallery will tell us.
Yeah.
It's like a 1 hour special this time around.
That's it. It's just going to be the 1 hour special on Christmas.
Yep. Wow, Paps actually made it tonight.
Paps is on top of it, man. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Pappy.
You're freaking out over there.
Oh,
Darth
Pizza. Wait, hold on. Bill, did you finish the credits?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm watching
dude.
it right now.
Finish the credits.
I'm watching it right now.
Same thing.
Should I stay on with you guys while I watch?
No, just watch. Yeah, watch it.
Okay, I guess this will be my hold on.
All right, everybody watch Darth Pizza.
We want to watch your face.
Okay. Oh,
He
shoot.
loves your beautiful face.
I do have a nice, beautiful face.
He's
There's
gorgeous.
lots of things we want to do to your face. Watching is one of them.
Katie Sackhoff.
No, we're
Should
gonna
I
live
read all the
vicariously
credits?
through you right now.
Ming Na Wen.
It's going to be a minute. I
Juan
would
Carlo
fast forward
Esposito.
couple seconds.
And Mark Hamill.
Josh, did we see Sebastian Stan in the credits?
I didn't see Sebastian Stan. I was just saying, I think it was a Matt Rigetti or something like that as a Jedi stunt double. So that's what we were just discussing.
So that was Mark Hamill's voice at the end. I could tell that was his.
Yeah.
God, I hope we're not spoiling it for people. Just kidding.
I don't think they'd be watching this if they
If
didn't.
you were on here
I
just a
know.
second ago, I would have spoiled something.
That
for you.
was my very funny joke. Shauna Trippick.
The credits go pretty quick, I think.
The credits are a minute. It's a minute.
Carrie Beck, that's my sister, co-executive producer, Carrie Beck.
Don't fuck with people.
Okay. I have a sister named Susie Beck.
Get her on the board. Oh,
Come on, go faster.
It's all right.
it's a minute, man.
No, I'm just yelling at my phone. It's okay, guys. I'm not worried about bothering you guys. I just want to yell at my phone. It doesn't always listen to me.
I like that we can hear it, though. I like that we can hear it.
Can you?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's because I plugged my headphones into my computer because that's what I'm using.
Heather Neen over on Steel Wars a while ago, and I mentioned this on Scumbag Villany the other day.
I heard of that show.
Yeah, it's a good show. That Mando was walking into a coronation because what are the two things that incoming royals carry into coronation?
Mm-hmm.
A spear, or a scepter, and a sphere. So he had
Okay,
the ball,
hold on.
and he
Ooh,
had
two sons.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
2 sons.
Here we go.
Oh, Jabba's palace. Gamorreans. Holy crap. Bib Fortuna looks fat. Oh, Chewbacca Martini. Oh. Give me the Busca. Whoa. Oh, God. Oh, another poor Garmorian. Oh, my God. Now he's the new Jabba. And that's why he's so fat.
All that weight. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now we got Lando. Oh, no, we got what's-her-face. Oh, crap. Bib Fortuna got real fat.
That's what's sitting there eating all those grapes will do to you.
Yeah, man, grapes are fattening. Okay, now here comes Mando back down to the old scene of the crime. Not Mando, but Boba Fett. Bib Fortuna's like, hey, I got really fat. Boba, I thought you were dead.
Don't stand on that. Don't stand there.
I'm so glad to see you. I've heard so many rumors.
There goes Fat Fortuna.
I love Fat Fortuna.
Now we know. Now we know why he's Boba Fett. You gotta be fat.
Oh wait, so now he's gonna be the interesting.
Oh, now Boba's gonna get super fat.
So now he's taken over the hut.
Crime Syndicate.
Dude,
Wow.
the music. Dude, the fucking music.
Sells it.
He's got a much better looking Bib Fortuna.
Wait, I love that Fennec goes for the spotchka, and then they're gonna make Fennec Fett babies.
The
It's
book
amazing.
of Boba Fett coming in December 21. Wow.
What I tell you, Bill? What I tell you?
I'm glad I
was
stuck
shocked
with
you
it.
didn't get the Boba Fett.
He's glad he stuck with it that whole all night long.
Yeah,
Till
I know.
4 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I just saw this like 30 seconds before you did, and I had no idea that there were I mean, I thought that was specifically a Marvel thing. You know,
Right.
like Star Wars is not known for end credit scenes ever. So
Did anyone catch that but me? Am I the only one that flagged that, or Gannon, you saw it before?
No, you guys told me before we switched over here.
I saw it because I was waiting.
What?
Yeah.
I always sit there and I watch for the art because I'm one of those people that likes the art. I mean,
That was a hint, though. That was a hint to me that the art didn't show up.
Oh, that's right.
I got the art book right here. So, that's one of the things I always look for is I sit there and I watch the art right at the end. And
Did they show the art after the end credit scene or no?
No,
no. They showed like the Gollum logo, and then that was it. And then they promoted, some other Disney Plus Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I paused it and didn't catch it either until you guys said something because I was looking for Sebastian Stan or.
So here we go. We have some of the best shit to ever come for Star Wars. And what do? We stop and we talk about what's going to be happening in the future because they gave us a title of The Book of Boba Fett.
No. I can't talk about that yet. We have to talk about Luke fucking Skywalker.
Dude.
I thought we were going to talk about Dr. Parshin because he was the very first person we saw at the beginning of the chapter. We got to start from the beginning.
Shower.
You mean it wasn't Mace Windu like I said it was going to be?
What was that about Quinlan Vos Pappas?
Right. I know. I took it back after the show though. Josh will tell you. I took it.
That would have been
I went,
dope, though, man.
Well, I didn't want to fall asleep, so I went on Steele's pre-show, and then Steele sold me on Ignite the Green again, and then I got all excited,
I
And
knew
then
as
I was
soon
on
as
board.
that saber, I'm like, I bet Steel's going all #ignite the green.
Oh man.
I was trying to convince myself the entire time that wasn't Luke, because it seemed to me like they're trying their hardest to convince us that it was Luke to swerve us at the end. But then when it was him, I got a good look at that hilt. I realized what was up, and I was like, "Oh my
man.
god, it's actually him!"
I knew it once I saw Red 5 from far away, and I freaked out. I dropped the phone. I went nuts.
There was way too many clues, I thought, to point me in that direction. But I'm glad I was wrong that they weren't swerving us.
Twitter is actually quite quiet right now. Nothing with spoilers yet. I mean, I'm
good.
Except for us right now. But I guess
Blow
this is
it up.
Twitter.
No,
But
I don't know why people do that. That's crazy.
YouTube has some spoilers.
So I mean, well, yeah, but that's why Ignite the Green, it would be kind of a tip off. So I don't know if he's going to do that anyways.
Still won't do it.
Yeah. So like Josh said in our pre-party, the easy money's on Luke Skywalker, but there was just so many things, and I think it was was it Trevor or somebody said, so does that mean Kylo kills Baby Yoda?
I was.
No, what this means
I
is
never said that.
what this means is we're getting that Luke Skywalker series that we want between Jedi and Force Awakens is what it tells me.
But do we not have Baby Yoda in Mando anymore?
Nope, not for Okay, so I was saying a minute ago on Steele's show the other day, Catherine Neen put out the coronation thing. What do incoming royals taking the coronation? And he's Mandalore now by right. And like I said earlier in the episode, as soon as they talked about retaking Mandalore and keeping that ship, I said, man, season three is all about going and retaking Mandalore. I've been saying it for a while. That's where this show is going to lead. He's going to be Mandalore. I've been saying it since the beginning of the season.
I don't know if we're hitting that right yet, but
there he is.
What's his face now has the Darksaber. Does that now make him the leader of Mandalore?
Yeah. He's Mandalore.
Oh, shit. And I said that was going to happen. Nobody believed me.
Oh, why can't he fake fight Bo-Katan and just yield and then yield in a fake fight?
That's fake.
Because Bo-Katan wouldn't. She wouldn't accept it.
Because you have to have honor,
true.
okay? You have to have honor.
Which, did you notice that jab that Gideon threw at her about being a fake leader?
Yep.
Oh, well,
I think that was about Sabine handing her the saber.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing as well. It's she already did it once. It seems even worse if she were to do it a second, just accept the Darksaber instead of actually earning it.
So is he actually Mandalorian, like we were discussing in the pre-show? Is he a disgraced Mandalorian?
Are we talking about Boba? Or are we talking about?
Oh, he's ex-ISB. I know that. That's all we know about him that we've learned about him in this episode. We're talking about Gideon right now.
Oh, my bad.
Because he knows an awful lot about Mandalore and the ways of Mandalore. He might just be like Gar Saxon. Wasn't that the guy I was trying to think of earlier?
Yeah.
That was the person that fought Sabine.
And you guys know what ISB means, right? I wasn't quite sure at first. Okay, good. Yeah. Imperial Security Bureau.
Yeah.
What do we know them from? Just the video games?
Well, we know that Agent Callus was heavily involved with them before he defected.
Yeah, Rebels has a lot of ISB stuff.
Wolf Yularen, doesn't he become the director of the ISB?
He's
Wolf
a pretty
Yularen.
high member, yes.
That sounds like a Wolfman Dracula.
He's
Wolf Yularen.
He's the guy. He's the what is he in Clone Wars?
He's
Admiral, who's that's always hanging out with Anakin with the stash
on the Resolution.
Oh yeah, that's Wolf.
The
Wolf.
guy with the deep voice.
Yeah.
There's a dog. This is awesome. Oh my god, the dog has laser eyes.
What is that?
It wouldn't be a Star Wars show without laser eyes.
It wouldn't be a sequel to the last episode without pets and
right
stuffed animals and the like.
Is
He wanted to be on the show.
Well, thanks for bringing him to the show.
Yeah, we love him.
He was speaking to you, but I had it on mute. But he says he wants to be on the show. Hold on,
buddy.
Oof.
Aw. He said Star Wars. Star
I
Wars.
think he did.
Yes,
in Chewbacca language.
He said, "Yeah, he's part Wookiee. He's huge.
So
he's like 105 pounds now."
So Gorgu is gone for the foreseeable future. Obviously, he's still going to be around at some point. They will meet back up, whether it's season 2 or 3, or something's going to have to happen where
or his funeral at Luke's temple.
I could not imagine him not being in season 3. I mean, are they going to give him another kid to take care of? It doesn't make sense to me. And then it's going to be like the him taking. It's going to be the Muppet Babies show, like I brought up the other day. It's going to be Mandalorian taking care of a bunch of babies all over the galaxy.
He's going to take Mandalore, man. That's gonna eat up his time. I think that maybe we reconnect with him through
babies on Mandalore.
Well, Mandalorian is going to be the one that brings Luke all of his students and
babies.
Eventually, he might be the one that has them become the Knights of Ren too.
Ooh.
Because their armor, if you think about it, the Knights of Ren's armor is somewhat not too far off of the armor that Mando wears. It's not Mandalorian armor, but it's very close.
In the Rise of Kylo Ren comic book, is it the Rise of Kylo Ren? Is that it, Mike?
Yeah, that's it.
You see Luke and Ben on a mission for a Sith relic, and Ren and company beat them there, and Luke tosses them around like they're hamsters. He doesn't kill them, but he just kind of plays with them a little bit. But the Knights of Ren are around when Luke is still kind of putting his school together, and he kind of looks at them as a bunch of punks. It's almost like a bunch of punks that try to like mug your daughter, and you show up at the high school and you just throw them around. That's basically what happens in the comic book. So like Luke knows about them. He doesn't seem too worried about them.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that we can't see some of these Knights of Ren get coronated in their own sense through this show somehow, because Rose Rebels is correct that they do have some Mandalorian influence in some of their armor.
They look like they've been blacksmithed.
I'll say this. Is Mando's ship Moff Gideon's Star Cruiser now? Like we keep saying, like the Razor Crest is gone. He needs a ship. Is his ship the fucking giant the giant cruiser?
The Imperial butt plug? Yeah.
The Imperial butt plug. Yeah. That's a big fucking ship.
Yeah. It seems like it would require a lot of personnel to actually man and operate, which I don't think that Mando can actually have that. And he starts hiring a bunch of people to run his ship if he decides to take over.
Maybe he takes Gideon's TIE fighter, the semi-TIE advanced or whatever he had, or he just had a regular TIE fighter. I forget.
That's essentially
TIE fighter. Whoa! The hell just happened? I think somebody's traveling through time.
It's us from the past. We were right.
When will then be now?
Ben was already passed.
What I say earlier? Tomorrow will never get here, because when it does, it'll be today.
That's very true.
Guys, I'm looking at the Luke Skywalker timeline.
I love you, Josh. God,
from the Fascinating Facts.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at this earlier, and interesting thing, it skips from age 34, age 23 is Return of the Jedi. Age 34, Luke begins instructing his nephew Ben Solo. So we're still like 7 years out from that. But interesting thing I did notice too, age 50, a disastrous misunderstanding between Luke and his nephew results in the destruction of the Jedi Order. And age 53 is in one last act of Jedi heroism, the Force mastery, Luke saves the Resistance. So Ben is only Kylo for 3 years. Thought that was interesting.
Wow.
But
go ahead.
So he's still at this point in the timeline with Mando. He hasn't even begun training. He hasn't started. We know that Ben was his first student. so far. Now we know that Grogu was maybe his first student, or maybe.
Or is he delivering Grogu to somebody else?
Ahsoka? I mean, well, she already denied him.
Mace Windu.
I believe that in one of the books it says that Ben is his first student.
Yes.
So if that is still the case, I mean, he would be just be picking him up and transferring him to another Jedi to train him. Possibly.
I mean, books are always in flux.
Where are we in the timeline, though?
He still needs to go off with Lando and do some exploring before he starts.
By my calculations, like the Mandalorian season 1 takes place 6 years after Return of the Jedi, and then season 2 takes place about 7 years after Return of the Jedi.
So we're still 2 years from him training Ben, though, because it's 9 years, right?
He'd be like 3. He'd be around 30 at this point then, and he doesn't start training Ben till he's 34. Ben, born on Chandrilla.
I'm looking at that, Gannon. Yeah, I saw it. That was Ben's timeline. He had Luke's timeline. He's got Ben's timeline.
Are we positive that this is Luke Skywalker and this isn't some kind of a weird Sith trick? No, I'm serious.
R2 was there.
Yes, you're right. R2's there.
Yeah, how hard is it to get an astromech, though?
I don't know.
Stop it. You dude, you can't play with our emotions like that. We waited.
I'm still stuck in that, like, is it possibly not Luke mode? Like I was when I saw the lightsaber light up and the X-Wing.
I didn't think when they just showed the security footage and you couldn't see the color of the lightsaber, I didn't think they were going to let us know it was him for sure.
Dude, that was so Anakin Skywalker Mustafar.
Dude, talk about a hallway scene.
Hallway scene, just
dude,
like father, like son.
How about crushing that dark trooper like a beer can?
Return of the Jedi, like the Gamorrean guys.
Yep.
That was a cross between, like you said, Mustafar and then the tail end of Rogue One.
Yeah, it's Vader.
All the rebels. Yeah.
Hey guys, it rhymes.
It does. It always rhymes. That's why I was waiting. Who called it out? I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. That would have been
the ring.
Was me. That was like, why did we not have that? Like that
the ring theory.
Give us some fan service. I mean, we already have enough, like.
Oh man.
But that would have been the best fucking thing in the world.
Do you guys think that they had to throw Mark Hamill's voice through some kind of a modulator to make it sound younger? You think so? I thought so too, like some kind of a weird harmonizer type of thing.
Yeah,
and I was just
sounded good.
about this. They were.
It sounded fine.
I think they said he recorded the lines for the TFA celebration trailer, like re-recorded them.
Yeah,
and
he
then modulated. So they had
Yeah.
already done this 5 years ago. They already had the tech to do it 5 years ago.
They were probably already thinking about this 5 years ago.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Favreau, I called it out once again with Darth Pizza and Pappas on Scumbag and Villany that Filoni and Favreau have been talking. They've been talking about things since Iron Man and Clone Wars is in development, and Favreau dropped that on his chef show on Netflix.
Do you think there's ever going to be any good crossovers from the chef show and Mandalorian?
Well, they could, because if they have anything to do with Galaxy's Edge has an amazing cookbook, which I will have in my possession shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't eaten at any of the restaurants at Galaxy's Edge yet.
Got it in my kitchen.
I'm going to throw a wrench in real quick. Do you guys think the Book of Boba Fett is the name of Mandalorian Season 3?
No.
Okay. If it's not, is that a movie or is that a show?
That's what I was asking when you were taking a cold shower, because you were so excited you couldn't.
And Josh,
we had to talk about Luke Skywalker first, at least.
Did the TV show become the Book of Boba Fett?
So when we did our breakdown of all the stuff that was announced at the Disney shareholder meeting, I said that I was surprised we didn't get Boba Fett, because there was a lot of rumors of between seasons 2 and 3 of Mandalorian, there was going to be like a special or like a mini series. That was what the big rumor was. And I was shocked that didn't get announced.
Holiday special.
They were just holding off. So I think we get that leading up, maybe like a week or two before Mando season 3 on Christmas.
Well, you know what was also rumored is a Star Wars musical, so it could be in the lines of the Book of Mormon, the Book of Mando,
Ooh.
and coming to Broadway 2021 as soon as Broadway opens back up.
He's got to learn to do the flip.
I would go
the helmet,
for sure.
You know,
The helmet flip.
the helmet flip like a hat. You know, for
Mandatory.
yeah, for the song and dance, man.
So yeah,
Mandatory
to answer your
helmet flip.
question,
Yeah.
but to answer your question, Paps, so that means the Book of Mando, or not the Book of the Book of Boba Fett will actually be released, December 2021, and that would be the same time as Mandalorian season 3.
But what is it going to be? Is it going to be a book? Is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be a series?
It's going to be live action.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just showed us live action. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does make more sense for
It's gotta be
it
show.
figurative.
Okay.
So is it going to be another? Are we saying it's going to be another limited series?
Yes.
It's going to be a 6-episode series or 4-episode or whatever they're going to make it. Or
I took it literally as a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's possible it could be a novel. I'm not ruling that possibility
Wait.
out. But
They've been doing
I'm
chapters
willing
with Mando.
They did. There is a Mandalorian book that was supposed to come out this year, but they pushed
November
back to
next year.
yeah.
Oh, well,
Like
in
25th
November.
and 26th of next year.
Yeah, so probably not then. I don't think they're doing a book. I don't think you set that up live action, bring Tim Morrison in, have Fennec stand there, and then make it a book.
And then call the book the book.
Yeah,
of
they call the book the book.
Yeah.
Book that. That's a little too on the nose.
You can't
Well-
say they won't do that after the show is over, though.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be like under everybody's like Christmas tree, like 2022.
The
Right.
book of the book of.
The book of.
And then Pablo Hidalgo has got to do the book of Boba
the
Fett.
visual
The
dictionary.
visual dictionary.
But why would they call it the Book of Boba Fett? The name.
I don't know.
I mean, just for figurative sake.
The book of Eli,
It's going to be like, they're taking back Mandalore. They're going to need like a new Mandalorian Bible, and that's going to be one of the books in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be some biblical shit going on.
That's
right
some
there.
New Testament Mandalorian stuff.
Maybe
Old
like
Testament.
Boba's like just putting out his memoirs.
Do you-
You know
I'm thinking
what?
Simple
They
man
didn't
trying to
announce the
make my way
Boba Fett
through the
series.
galaxy.
They didn't announce the Boba Fett series because it was going to be a big reveal at the end. That's
Exactly.
the reason they didn't announce it. Yeah.
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 I said preemptively earlier before you got on, Bill. I said Kathleen Kennedy was fucking with us a little bit by not including that one because I like that. I like that Disney has the balls to hold shit back, like they held back Grogu, Baby Yoda, before Mandalorian the first episode came out. Like we had no idea. It was
Mhm.
crazy.
They know they got
Luke was the Baby Yoda of this season.
And you know what? If that wasn't Sebastian Stan, if they do that series that I hope they do, they can always use Sebastian Stan. Like that was just a
They
double.
might be waiting to sign him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
while I'm okay with how he looked right there, we all need to watch it again, right? We all got to watch. But I'm okay with how he looked. I feel like they could do better.
Yeah.
Do you think that was Mark Hamill in the last scene there with like face dots all over him?
No.
You think they'd rather use the stunt double?
I
who
think-
he's
Yeah.
submitted?
I think they probably got Mark Hamill clean shaven. They probably faced out at him, did
You
some
think
like
so?
mocap, and then de-aged it and maybe meshed that with like what they did in Rise of Skywalker. But and then they probably just pasted it on Matt Rigotti or whoever the stunt double was.
And it looked like they clearly used something pretty similar to Battlefront 2. So I'm thinking they used Battlefront 2, Luke, as a reference art.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, whenever I first saw Luke, when he took his hood off, I couldn't help but be reminded of Grand Moff Tarkin and Princess Leia from Rogue One. I mean, I don't know if any of you all thought of that, but I'm just like, okay, this is a good Luke. It's not perfect.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Uncanny
passable
Valley.
enough.
Yeah, I know it does its
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, exactly. It's good enough for me.
I mean, the haters are going to come out.
Would I love it to be better? Sure, but whatever. Give me what I can get.
Exactly. That's where I'm at.
Just
Now,
suspend disbelief a bit.
Isn't there a difference between the mocap CGI stuff and the layering and then like a deep fake, like a legit side deep fake?
Oh, dude, give it a week and somebody's going to come out with a deep fake of that scene and be saying it's so much better.
It'll probably be better. Whatever, I don't
when
care.
they did that
It's so good.
Harrison Ford over Alden thing. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, that's great.
Too, yeah.
Please give me
good.
a full movie of that. I will give you my money.
Same.
I mean, why don't they just do that? Like,
they're afraid to. Hollywood doesn't want to say that that this technology that's available to everybody basically is just as good as what they're using.
I know, it's so weird.
You got big shots like Bill Beck out there, and man,
I'm a big shot.
Yes. He loves putting my face on other heads. He does it all day.
Yeah,
He literally does.
He really does.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
We have Chris. Chris, hop in, dude. I just posted the link.
Yo, is it Chris from KY?
You know, listen, you're a Patreon supporter. I'll kick everybody else out for you, except for Kylo. He's a Patreon supporter too. So just saying. That shows
I mean, I'll be a Patreon supporter. I'm sorry. I'll do it. I'll give you this pork mug.
Don't do that.
No.
It's our matching mug.
I would not. I'm joking. Oh,
You're
there's
back.
the Mando mug of Josh that we didn't acknowledge. Oh, we have another Porg tiki mug. There we go.
I think there's something about guys who quit drinking having Porg mugs.
Look at this. We got Mandalorian and Porg mugs.
There we go.
Just gotta get Rose Rebels and Trev some mugs.
No, I'm just repping Louisville Cardinals.
I'm watching Rose looking at through his man cave, like looking for a mug right now. He's like, "What do I got here?"
Here, let me hand it to you, Rose. Here, take it. Pick this one.
All right.
Actually, no. I actually do have a Star Wars mug in my. Okay, I'll go get it.
Better go get it, Trev. Good idea. Good man, Trev.
Yeah, I got this from
I have plenty of Star Wars mugs. I just don't feel like going downstairs to get one.
I got this. It was a gift from Tatooine Sons.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
To me.
So is that what's his name? The Porg that they named?
Turbis.
Turbis.
He's
You
canon.
named one? Wow.
Yeah.
Ryan named it, right?
Is that the one that lives on the Millennium Falcon at the end, or?
Yeah, so that's the Tatooine Sons. They dubbed it Turbis and went on this like crusade to get it to be canonized, and it's official now.
Well,
Like a 2.5 year crusade.
They got invited to a.
Actually, let me
private
find that
screening.
issue.
A private screening with Ryan
Give me a
Johnson,
sec.
and so there was a Q&A afterwards, and they asked, what the Porg's name was, and he said, "What do you think the name is?" And they said Turbis, and he said, "That's a great name. It's make that happen. It's canon," or something like that. And
Make
so
it
like
canon.
when you have the
Make it
director of the movie say, "Hey, make that canon," then they went on this crusade like, "Hell yeah, dude, we got it now." And then they finally did it, so they put it in a comic book and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, but they got invited to Lucasfilm and got tours and all that good stuff out of it.
I'll name something.
Yeah, like who doesn't want to do that?
Let's name the Loth Cat. All the Loth Cats that show up in Mandalorian. Let's start naming them.
Freddy the Loth Cat.
There we go.
Do you think they threw us off with all the Loth Cats? Like for us to keep thinking it's Ezra, because like Ahsoka comes in and then the Loth Cat is there in the Ahsoka episode, and like there's a Jedi that's coming. I think they tried to throw us off. I know you guys are gonna say no, they've been throwing Luke Skywalker at us, but they've thrown Ezra at us just as much in a way.
I thought they were throwing Ezra at us too, but yeah, that's why I didn't trust the whole Luke Skywalker thing tonight.
And I mean, that's like I said earlier, and I think I've already said it today. Expect the unexpected, and everyone was saying, like Josh said, the easy money's on Luke. That's why it can't be Luke, because that's the easy way. But then it also makes it so complex on what happened with Baby Gorgu, and now the logical thing is that he was at the temple being trained if he wasn't sent off somewhere else. And so we're gonna get the story that if he ended up being trained by Master Luke, then Kylo killed him, or was he sent back off to the Yoda planet, or there's so much story that we still have to get. We have 20 years of nonstop content to get.
Grogu could have been on a mission when Kylo burns the temple down.
Yeah.
Maybe he was on a mission somewhere.
He was off on Mando gets partial custody of him at that point.
Yeah.
So he was off dad weekend with
Dude, but like you said, what is it, 20 years? No, not even, because, so let's just say it's around 20 years.
20, yeah, right around
so
20
Grogu's 70. He goes through, like, Yoda species puberty, and then he's like, fuck you, Luke, Master Luke, I'm going to go to my dad. And he goes to Mandalore.
He's awkward tween Baby Yoda.
And he's like twirling his lightsaber around like, hey, Dad, you want to fight with that stupid Darksaber? Like, he goes back to Mandalore and, like, shows his dad his skills.
But, I mean, the only thing I can say is they're going to tie it in amazingly with everything, and they're going to all make it fit and make sense. So with us trying to guess and second guess on, well, how is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? We're going to find out eventually.
I still don't think we've seen the last of Baby Yoda from the show. I still think we get him back at the beginning of this next season somehow.
I don't think it's the beginning of next season, but I think we get him back. I think we'll get him back.
But, like, how do you take him back right now? Like,
I don't know.
You just gave him to the Jesus Christ of Star Wars. Like, you literally just gave him to God, and now you're gonna, like, bring him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he has a growth spurt by season 4, and he just shows up with a lightsaber.
And here we go. This is what happens to Baby Yoda. Luke snuck in his room and read his thoughts and killed him.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Right.
And that sets a precedence. So,
Mike, can you play this on your for everybody? The link I just sent in the chat.
Which Mike?
Toomedtoo.
Sorry.
Condon.
I did find this in the meantime, though.
There you go.
Is that fat Fortuna or regular Fortuna?
Regular, but still.
He was on his way to being fat, though.
Yeah, that's not fatty tuna yet.
So you got Fat Fortuna and Boba Fett.
You got Boba Fett and you got fatty tuna.
No, he's only thick with 1K.
He was thick with a lot of Ks.
Well, yeah, in the episode he was, but in that picture that Patrick just showed us, he only had 1K thick.
What are we watching here?
Here we go.
I don't know, but I'm going to shrink it down so that I don't get in trouble, because they like to be.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Sometimes, so I'm going to make it. Oh, why did it not share today?
Oh.
Okay, I don't want to make it big like that.
It's okay. You made it thick.
1K. There you go.
But now we're
teeny K.
All right.
I think that's good, Mike.
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
That's a lowercase K.
All right.
Lowercase K.
Little K.
Mike, you know that I have a Roach, Mike Pappas, that I've been talking to you about my Roach edit, my special edit I made for all my buddies for our Saga Day. Yeah. I almost put this at the end just to mess with people. And now I'm thinking I really should have.
Oh, my God.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, all right, here's the question, guys. Now, I mentioned earlier, I thought, like, we know that there's going to be crossover between Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, and Mandalorian, that they're all going to culminate in a climactic conclusion, blah, 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 whatever Kathleen Kennedy said. And I was saying that they already name-dropped Thrawn, and Moff Gideon seemingly is already out. So is Thrawn holding Mandalore right now? Is that where he's holed up? Because he got the 7th Fleet. We've already got hints of the 7th Fleet on the HK-87 units.
And then they really pushed it home this episode that the Empire blew the plane to glass. And who does that sound like? The 7th Fleet.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, though, like, if Thrawn was, like, on Mandalore or something, I think Ahsoka would already, like, know that. Like, Thrawn had to be at some other location for her to prompt Morgan of like, where's your master? Where is?
Maybe the Seventh Fleet is there, but Thrawn hasn't shown his face really.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Because he would never go. He would never be infantry. He'd never be at the front line, and that's like at the front line. So he'd send them in, take it over, purge whatever's left, and then report back. So, yeah. But
I can't wait to see the Easter eggs from this episode.
Oh my god!
Because that might hint to some of your answers right there.
Yeah,
I'm sure New Rockstars is already cracking away at their newest video.
Hey, Din shaved for this episode.
Did he? Did he not have a mustache? I thought he did.
Oh yeah,
clean shaven, baby. He clean shaven for his son.
I know
he's ready now that he takes that helmet off. He's like he has to be ready for it.
Right. He's like, I better get. Well, people were complaining that he had a mustache. They're like, why does he have a mustache if he doesn't take his helmet off?
Well, we were just saying
that. Put it off in post.
Right.
You know who didn't see him take the helmet off though? Gideon.
Oh yeah, because he was knocked out.
He was knocked out. So he hasn't seen his face yet. So they can still do that whole story arc of his facial scans in the system.
Echo, mute.
Right.
Somebody turned on his echo.
Mute.
Toomed.
Hey, so
no, let's keep this going. This is hilarious.
Has a strong connection to the Force.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good episode. I like that episode. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Hey, so is Fennec and Fett going to make Fennec Fett?
Yes.
Well, don't forget she's got a life debt with him too.
And he'll know how to get repaid.
Right.
All right.
Techno. Well, can she still have children?
Well, I don't know. Where did she get hit with the blaster?
Right in the stomach.
Oh shit.
Oh, does she still have an ovary?
I don't think she has any ovaries. Not even one.
In Legends, Boba Fett became Mandalore.
Wait a minute. He's a clone, right?
Yeah.
Can't they just clone some more?
Oh boy. We never made it to
Only
Camino.
if you have good connections with the Kaminoans. Yeah.
We never
Stay
made it
tuned. We're going to Camino.
Copies of copies, man. You don't want to make a copy of a copy.
Exactly.
Or if there's another clone still alive, because you got to figure they were producing them well after he was already alive, for years after. So they're I mean, there's a shot that there's a couple left around.
We've got to see Rex before any of that shit happens.
Oh,
we'd have to see Rex before that.
Isn't it Kix is the one that's still alive in canon?
Yep. With the Crimson Corsair.
Yeah, but at this point in the canon timeline, he's still frozen.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get into this. The rescue. Trevor.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I just got one question though before we get started. Okay. Question for like all six of you: is there any one of you in which this chapter of the rescue was not your favorite of the season? Anyone at all?
I don't know if it was my favorite. It was pretty great.
It was my favorite Star Wars in a long time.
The whole part with Luke Skywalker is
that was amazing. Yeah, I mean that was like seeing Vader at the end of Rogue One, just like they were saying earlier. Yeah,
and we got to talk about the music too.
The only way
anticipation of that build up. Oh my god!
The only way that would have been better is if it wasn't a Disney Plus show, and it would have just been complete violence going through all of those robots. Even though they are robots, it's still they can't just have him destroying like it was in Rogue One where he's thrown up against walls and things like that, because that's the only way it would have been any better. I think, but
I like the neck break though. Again, like strangling, picked him up and strangled that trooper, and then crack.
That was dope.
That was sick.
The Dark Trooper fight was insane.
The Dark Troopers looked a lot better in this, and I think a lot of it is the lighting.
Oh, dude, the Dark Troopers! I loved the Dark Trooper techno music.
Dude,
awesome! Did you guys hate it? Did you guys love it?
Oh, I loved it.
I love the part where they all come flying in like Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Favreau's got to get
all of these Iron Men just coming to, and I love that line that they have with Fennec, where it's like, "How many life forms are there?" And she just looks at the camera, like up the side of the camera. She's like, "None."
Yeah.
They should have jumped when they had the chance, man.
Pull a General Grievous, throw the spear through the shield, and just go blasting out.
I mean, if they jumped, we wouldn't have got Luke Skywalker.
Well, he probably would have just tracked him however he tracked him. I'm sure he's just using his force antenna to go for, you know.
Oh yeah, he didn't need a Grogu Wayfinder apparently.
No, yeah.
What was the symbolism behind Grogu's hand on the screen?
He was reaching out to him.
I guess like
He reached out through the force to Luke.
I think he was in just seeing a Jedi and
Just
being
seeing-
like,
yeah,
"Hey, look, a
somebody he knew,
Jedi."
yeah.
I recognize that kind of a dude.
Do you think that
lightsaber.
he sensed Luke coming though? Because he puts his hand before we see the lightsaber.
He turns his head, so you know he senses him. Yeah.
Even when Luke's flying in with the Red 5, you see his ears perk up and he's like, huh? He senses it. He knows.
Huh.
He knows he's coming. Yeah. I got it
All right,
playing
so-
in the background now.
Let's get started with the beginning of the episode.
Okay.
Dr. Pershing.
Pershing in the Ion Cannon.
The Rescue. It's the title. I mean, that's pretty much obvious. You know, like we have the there was conversation about the last the title of the last one, what it actually meant, who was the believer, you know, whether it was just one person, was it a group of everybody, you know, was it individuals? That's another topic for another time. But yeah, it starts with Pershing.
And once again, you got the two types of Imperials at this point, like the rider dies, and then the guy who's ready to sell him out who gets shot in the back.
I just want to say something real quick. So Hawes is on with Steele right now, and he looks like a happy little child.
Because Boba Fett's not dead.
I think because of the book of Boba Fett and the whole end of the episode mainly.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch that. You got Hawes getting the book of Boba Fett, and you got Ignite the Green. That's got to be like the happiest podcast. Like,
Two of
Could
them.
you imagine if there was a raccoon in this episode? He'd be on cloud 9.
Right?
What if there was a Loth cat dressed as a raccoon?
That's probably fine too.
Okay.
We need to petition for Lava Ferret to come back.
But that raccoon has to have his tree buddy with him.
Vin
Good old-
Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Yes.
All right, so yeah, so that, I mean that's pretty much just self-explanatory. All right, now here's the fun thing. So we get the showdown with Bo-Katan, Boba, and the unannounced Sabine person yet.
Well, it's what's her name? They gave her a name.
Sasha Banks. I don't know. I don't remember what her name was.
They gave her a lot of lines this episode.
Did they give her a name? Did she?
Yeah,
have a
she
name?
has a name.
Yeah,
It
it's
was in the credits for some-
Casca Reeves.
Yep,
Casca
that's
Reeves.
it. Casca
Okay.
Reeves.
Which, by the way, she's a liar. She said she was only going to be in one episode this season.
Yep,
Yep.
I said that as soon as they showed her. I was like,
Yeah,
Casca Reeves lied.
right.
Maybe they're told not to.
Yeah, I mean that's
Right.
that's kind of giving away story that if she's going to say she's in another one, just like I'm drawing a blank. Okay, anyways, so all right, here's the conversation now. He's not a Mandalorian, even though an episode or that beforehand we're led to believe that he is a Mandalorian. And now this gets into the nitty gritty where there was a conversation with Matt Martin that a group of us had, and his answer basically, this was a few months ago or a month or two after last season, because according to the Creed, if Boba Fett was raised by his father, and oh my God, what just happened to Josh? Something very
Hey,
interesting.
we
happened.
said that we needed a raccoon. So
I appreciate that.
just tried to fulfill everybody's dreams here. If Hawes was here, I could make his dreams come true, man.
All right. So, according to the Creed, Boba Fett would be, this is before we even knew Boba Fett was alive, Boba Fett would have been a Mandalorian, according to the Creed, because he was raised by, this is going back into still canon, but it was canon during episode 1 and changed during episode 2, and then wasn't talked about in episode 3 in the visual dictionaries or encyclopedias or whatever, that that Jango Fett's parents were killed and he was raised by Mandalorians. It doesn't say whether or not he was a Mandalorian by blood or not. And then that kind of disappears in the visual dictionary for episode 2. It just says that Boba Fett was raised in the Mandalorian ways by his father. Or I don't know if they call him his father, but whatever it was. And 3, visual dictionary doesn't really say anything about it. This was brought up to Matt Martin, and of course I was being a nerd and pulled out all my books and did like a little book report. And just had stacks of books, and even though we already knew what the answer was, but what are you going to do when you have all these books? What else are you going to do with them? There's a reason to have them, right? I was trying to find mine. I don't know where. If you saw what my office looks like now, it's toys upon books. Everything's just kind of jammed in. I don't know where anything is. But so like his response was, as of right now in canon, we don't have an answer. Just wait and see.
So he knew.
But now we still don't have an answer because we're told an episode or 2 ago that he is a Mandalorian. Look at my chain code. And now we have these other Mandalorians saying he's not a Mandalorian because he's a clone.
Right.
And then
I think that's what it is. They're being like discriminatory. And we already saw Almec was already being like elitist in the Clone Wars, saying he wasn't a Mandalorian. I think it's more of that. It's just like an elitist kind of, oh, you're just a clone. They look down upon the clones. I mean, they probably ended up fighting against the clones directly after the Empire. We'll probably see that in Bad Batch.
Was he showing that he was a Mandalorian when he showed his chain code, or was he just showing that the armor rightfully belonged to him?
Both.
Yeah, because he would have to be a Mandalorian for the armor to belong to him. But here's my other question. Jango Fett's armor was not Beskar. It was Durasteel.
Retcon.
I thought it was blended. I thought it was blended in there, Mike, like a quarter or whatever.
But it's still. I mean, are we going to get to find out that during the Purge? But this would have been before the Purge. During the Purge, they were kind of like, okay, we don't have Beskar, so we're making your armor out of Durasteel. So it was kind of Durasteel armor is, not as good, but, second, plays second fiddle. But since we can't get the best, this is our best alternative, so we still count that as true Mandalorian armor, even though it's not Beskar. That's why when Mando got his Beskar, it was like, oh shit, here we go. This guy's got the real deal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, either it's that because Boba Fett does call out that it's Beskar. He's like, Beskar. Or they're just going to retcon it. Like they've retconned so much already. Just say that it was always Beskar.
All right. And then we have the fight.
Well, don't forget it dents too.
And on his chest plate.
You can't really retcon that, hey, there's a giant ding in his helmet.
Well, I mean,
I guess you could say some animal hit him in the head or something.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure that dent came from Cad Bane, and that deleted scene from the Clone Wars.
Not canon. Not
yet canon.
Yeah,
so
not entirely canon, but like an ounce of canon.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe
it was almost canon.
Canonize it.
I mean, they did show that at Celebration Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Like they said, all right, well, here's a deleted scene of the Clone Wars
which is weird because then season 7 happened.
I put it in the most recent episode of Scumbag and Villany as well.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like weird pseudo Legends canon right now.
Yeah. It's kind of like deleted scenes, like The Force Awakens. We see Kylo Ren on the Millennium Falcon, but because that wasn't in the movie, it's like, oh, was he really on board the Millennium Falcon? Or
yeah, because it shows up in the book, right?
But yeah. I mean, but when it comes to deleted scenes, it's like that there's some level
very gray.
Did it happen? Did it? I mean, if you go to Revenge of the Sith, Shaak Ti had like 2 different deaths that were deleted scenes, and so that would make sense for both of them to happen. Or okay,
well,
all right.
And then you have the Last Jedi. One of the lessons that Luke teaches Rey is a deleted scene, so that's what people were upset in that movie because he only taught her he only taught her 2 lessons. He never taught her a third, and well, the third one was deleted if it was an actual lesson because it's in the book. So or was the other lesson him giving himself to the Force to allow the other? So we really don't have an answer on that. What the third lesson was, even though it's in the book, but it doesn't say it's the third lesson.
Especially with that novelization, I consider it very canon because Ryan worked with him to write that.
What was the third lesson again in the book?
He tells Rey that pirates come and raid the Caretaker village or whatever.
Yeah.
And her response is, well, we need to go protect them. And he's like, no, you can't because they need to learn to fight for themselves. What happens if you're not there to protect them? If you go down there and you kick ass and you come back and you're not here, it's just going to be way worse.
It was that deleted scene from the
So, and she goes and runs, and then she realizes, and he's like, hey, yep, see, you should have listened to me because, you jumped the gun, and that's whatever happened. All right, so we get the fight.
Because it was just a party between the caretakers and the guys. All right.
The Wookiees.
Next thing. Yeah. All right.
Chewbacca needed a party.
What'd you guys make of the call out of the tier that he called it for Cara Dune, the rebel tier for Alderaan? It seems.
I love that. I thought that means.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't mean anything, but it just survivors of Alderaan who are off world, they rock that tier. I think that's really cool.
And they also said stay back dropper. Was she considered a drop? She's a drop trooper. Okay.
Drop trooper, yeah.
I thought it was shock trooper who drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a shock trooper, but they called her dropper.
Dropper shocker.
Season 1, episode 7, when they're going into Navarro, they say hide your stripes, dropper.
Yep.
All right, so then we have the fight. I mean, they nip that one in the bud pretty quickly because, I'm just going to call her Sasha Banks because I don't remember what you guys said her name was. Looks like she was going to best Boba in the actual physical fighting aspect. And then when it came to weapons, it was probably going to be an even match.
Yeah, I think that... I almost wonder why they did that, like made her look better than Boba for a minute when they're giving Boba his own show.
I mean, he's also 56 years old and spent however long in the Sarlacc pit.
And she's an actual Mandalorian. And
maybe they wanted him to burn off some steam, too.
Right.
Maybe he didn't want to fight her because she was a girl.
Well, hey.
No, that doesn't count in Mandalorian culture.
Dude, that scene was so badass. The music in that scene, too. When they walk into the cantina. It's so westerny. I love that scene, man.
And can we talk about the Mandalorian ships outside?
That's
when that first gets unveiled.
Yes.
And then later on, we have that scene where we see the ship, Slave One in the middle, and then the Imperial ship on the right. That was pretty cool.
Get ready to see a whole lot more of those Mandalorian ships next season, man.
What did the cruiser announce when Fennec was coming in? Not Shuttle Tidarian. They called it what was Lambda Shuttle.
Lambda class shuttle or something.
Lambda class. They said it right.
Lambda.
Yeah,
Tri-lambs.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was almost like foreshadowing. You're gonna get some Return of the Jedi right now.
Yeah.
To me, it was a little bit.
Well, it didn't end on it did not end on a grim note at all, like I thought it was going to.
No.
I thought so too, up until the end.
Maybe not a happy note, but I mean, well, it was happy because we were all ecstatic. But I mean, we're losing. It's like giving up your child because you can no longer take care of it, and you do what's best for the child.
Yeah.
Not only that,
a nice rich family wants to adopt him.
Yeah.
Not only that, dude. Instead of going off with your kid and finally everyone leaves you the fuck alone. Now you have all this responsibility to run your race and go take your planet back, and you're the rightful heir to the throne. And all you wanted to do was take your kid and get the fuck out of there. And
he's that kid's dad. Come on.
And he didn't even want it. He was willing to sell him out essentially just to get Grogu back.
Yeah.
He walked away, turned his back the whole time. And I'm like,
I'm
I
sorry,
hear
Mike,
Admiral
I know.
Akbar screaming in the back of my head. It's a trap.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm digressing us from the episode. Go
Oh, it
ahead.
doesn't matter. We're all digressions.
Yeah.
I love how the ties launch out of that ship too.
Yeah, dude.
And that gave me
They
total
literally
Rebels
launch.
because remember the Rebels were always with those ships.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
How about the,
we have Slave One coming in. They do their little thing like, okay, here's our plan. They go. There's not really much there.
Actually, I would disagree with that because I thought that Dr. Parshing revealed way too much information than I was expecting. It's like that they didn't even have to threaten to torture him. He's just like, nope. Here's all the information you need to know. Takes a few minutes to charge Dark Troopers.
He was ready to.
Maybe he got pulled into this, and maybe the New Republic will let him off the hook later on if he keeps working.
I think he's like what's-her-face's dad from Rogue One.
I think that he is
Princess Leia's dad.
He is similar to
Galen Erso.
Galen Erso. There you go.
You know how the Kaminoans in Attack of the Clones are kind of neutral. Like they're just creating clones because they love science and they love that they're able to do that. They don't care who gets the army. They know the Jedi that Cypher D has ordered it. But like I feel like he's just for the love of science, and he's just like the Kaminoans, where he's neutral, right? Because like Lama Su and the Kaminoans, they didn't like choose. They didn't choose the Separatists, they didn't choose the Republic. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I agree with you for the most part, but if you watch like the very first arc of season 6, where you have Fives and him uncovering the orders,
1 or 2,
the Kaminoans are definitely like more in favor of like protecting that and protecting Lord Sidious. Like they know a lot more than they're leading on.
They're loyal to the customer. They're loyal to the original customer, who is Tyrannus posing as Sifo Dyas, as far as we can really tell. So. I mean, the original order was, I want an army of clone troopers with this special switch. And so that's in the contract, I'm sure, And
I think it's also part of, hey, you can help us or we're going to kill you. And it doesn't matter if you try and escape because we're going to hunt you down and find you if you, don't do what you're supposed to. So, he's going to sit there and he's going to do what he has to do because if he doesn't, he's going to get killed. But the first chance he has to, he's still not going to run away because he's not picking sides, because if he picks sides and the side he's picking loses, he's dead anyway. So he's just going to sit there and he's just going to be in the middle. And, well, they had me, so I had to tell him.
Yeah.
And he's obviously valuable, otherwise they would have gotten rid of him by now for the shit he pulled in the first season. But yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, we find out that, the troopers, they're droids now. Because they found that the weak link was the humans, or having people in there. So now they're 100% droids. And we have to assume that it is Beskar, just due to the fact that it was some material punching Beskar, and neither side was giving. So it's Beskar and Beskar. It's just there's nothing that's going to happen.
At least parts of it was Beskar, because Luke seemed to cut through him pretty easy with his lightsaber.
Well, I think they were even like where Mando was going for was like underneath the helmet and the joints and everything else.
Yeah, like how Obi gets Grievous, like he shoots Grievous like through the armor. You know what I mean? And that's how Mando got it, like under the plate. Yeah.
Which, what did I say, Michael, about Gideon and Grievous?
Hey.
Yeah. Not force sensitive, and that's what we were talking about today. Not force sensitive.
Dude, imagine if Grievous had fucking Beskar. Shit.
He'd be unstoppable.
Dude.
He would have been amazing.
Good thing the purge shouldn't happen yet.
Right?
Yes.
Fuck.
Imagine if Vader had Beskar.
Woof.
He
didn't need it.
Except for up against Ahsoka.
Was Captain Phasma Beskar?
Nope, she was made from the hull of the.
Okay. I knew she was made from the same thing.
The Emperor's Nubian ship. So just like the ship on, Padme's ship from Naboo. That
Nubian.
Good, yeah.
Bill loves Watto. Bill and Watto, like, they fucking hung out back in the day, did some lines. Oops, sorry, Mike.
Don't apologize to me, man. You're the ones out in Bill.
Oh, Bill doesn't care.
I don't care.
He's already out.
Yeah, I don't know what my rating says there. Something about Slave One, and then Trooper, awesome. Then Trooper, and then we go to, he's carrying the spear with him.
Yep.
And so that was kind of one of the signs that he is going to be the one fighting, most likely Moff Gideon, because he's the one carrying the spear. And I think it was one of the first people in our chat that brought it up, was actually in the chat was Dale. As soon as it came out, Dale's like, that's Beskar. That's going to fight the Darksaber, or that's what's going to be used to fight the Darksaber. And so it's like, okay, he's carrying the one weapon that can fight the Darksaber and actually have a shot against it that we know of right now, because we don't have any lightsabers with the Jedi. And so, like, that's like, oh shit, that's what's gonna happen. That's about all I had for that one. And then bring back. Okay, so when Gideon's talking to Din Djarin, and he's got Baby Yoda, and he's like, okay, fine, you can take him. We got everything we want from him. I just needed his blood because it's what can bring back order to the galaxy.
Yep.
So that blood that they want for the testing isn't for Gideon. It isn't for the troopers. It isn't for anything else. It is to make Force-sensitive clones so that they can have vessels for
Palpatine.
For Palpatine.
Good old Chad.
Good old Chad Palpatine.
So why I don't know why I missed that. I must have missed that. There was confirmation for that to bring back the Emperor.
Well, not to bring back order.
Well, that's a little weird.
It alludes to.
Yeah, he says that he needed the blood because the blood will bring back order to the galaxy.
Yeah.
And order is the Empire, or is the Emperor.
Yeah.
For safe and secure society.
Now, I hope that doesn't involve Snoke, because in the Last Jedi book, the encyclopedia, Mike, because you have every single Star Wars encyclopedia known to the existence of our planet, at least. It says that he's old, like from ancient, like old or some shit. Like he's from ancient times, or he's old, or like really, really old. Am I right? Snoke, I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it doesn't say when he was born. And it's also, if he is a clone of Palpatine, but they needed actual blood of a Force user, so he's seen everything. He knows everything that Palpatine knows, or what Palpatine allows him to know. And he could be brainwashed and thinking he doesn't know. As far as we know, he doesn't know he's a clone. He thinks that he's whatever. So when he says that and I'm just making this number up, if he says he's 1,000 years old, he actually believes he's 1,000 years old, even though he's only 10 years old. So all of his memories could be fake or whatever. And we still don't have, unless it's something in the comics, we don't know how he actually fits in and how he came around to be to be around. Like, so we know that he took Kylo and started training Kylo and took him on field trips and everything else.
I think that it's going to come out that because the few things that we know is that Leia says that Snoke basically fooled them all. We see that snippet of him like in his greenhouse or whatever in the Rise of Kylo Ren comic.
Yeah, I like that. That was really cool, actually.
Yeah, he's got a nice little hat, And so I think that it lines up for them to use Baby Yoda's blood to infuse him to give Palpatine a puppet, basically, to use. Yep, he's holding up the comic right now.
I don't think Bill's seen that. So just try
No.
to let him see. So
no, it's fine.
when Ben first meets Snoke, Snoke is like a pacifist in like this garden, like a prettier Dagobah almost. That's like mad force sensitive, and he thinks, and Ben thinks he's like this like grand person that's like divine, kind of divine. Yeah,
like a god.
And they make reference like, oh, look what Luke did to you or whatever like that in that comic. So I think that they will imbue a messed up clone with force powers. It'll be Snoke. It'll be Palpatine's puppet. And if we see it or not in a
Snoke too, yeah.
If we see it or not in a book or in a series following this, I think Snoke, because Luke's out there looking for answers. He's exploring the Force, like I said in the Legends of Luke Skywalker. If he runs into a 1,000-year-old sage,
right,
and try to, give him a bunch of answers and help him, maybe he tries again to tempt Luke to the dark side. Because what does Snoke say to Ben or Kylo at some point if he had I can't remember if it's in a movie or the book, but he said if he had Luke Skywalker by his side, he would have taken the galaxy already. So I think that maybe he potentially tries to.
Yeah, I think that was in the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And during the throne room scene, or it might not have been the throne room scene, but it was in the throne room. You guys know what I'm talking about. So
yeah.
If for those of you that don't know, just go watch the movie because it's the best Star Wars movie ever. It's the most
don't tell that to Johnny Grasso.
It's a no from me, but
it's the most Jedi of the Jedi movies. So I mean, that's what Star Wars is about.
You know what though?
Return of the Jedi also has the word Jedi in it. So
okay, I'm not talking about the word.
It's a good word.
Jedi.
Okay.
So does chapter 13 or 14 of The Mandalorian.
Right. Yes,
the Jedi.
Yeah,
but no, it's my favorite of the sequels.
Okay, well, at least give you that. But yeah, so it's like, but here's the thing. Also, people got to remember, we didn't know who the Emperor was for years, and we didn't even know there was an Emperor.
Dude, 30 years later, we got his first name. Literally 30 years later, we got his first name.
And then
2017.
What a great name it was.
2017 from 1977. And he wasn't even in that movie in 1977. He was just mentioned.
Yeah. So now you got to think, we're going to get the Snoke story eventually. But there's other things that are more important possibly that they want to do. So it could be we might get some Snoke story in The Mandalorian, or it might be in 2033 when the Snoke book comes out, or whatever it is. But we're eventually going to get the story.
The Book of Snoke.
Oh yes. God, the Book of Snoke.
Your Snoke theory still sucks. It's still going.
The I'm with Snoke thing is going to last another 30 years, too. It's great.
Steele has come up with some of the greatest branding for this.
Dude, he's been on Conan with it.
Oh,
it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
All right. So can I talk about a random scene that I doubt that you put in your notes, Michael?
Sure.
Trev, you can talk about whatever you want.
All right, great then. So one thing is whenever Cara Dune's gun started jamming up right before they went into the elevator, I'm like, okay, well, you just shut down all these storms. Can't you just grab one of their blasters as a backup?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Exactly, but she didn't. She's like, nope, I'm confident I can fix this before we get to our whatever floor on the elevator. So
that's been her gun the whole time, right?
Yeah.
It's her trusty sidekick.
Nobody likes picking up guns in the Star Wars universe, though. Nobody, except for Gideon. He's like the first one to ever do it.
I wonder if she picked up an E11 one time and was like, nah, this is crap.
Right. Oh, man. I didn't notice Fennec dodges a bullet in that initial fight in like the warehouse place. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty quick. And then I love how she like finds that guy between the crates and she's like, peekaboo. Bing.
Yep.
Snoke brings in Kylo just like Sidious brought in Anakin through deception.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every voice you've ever heard inside your head.
Every voice
you've ever heard.
Yeah, so then we get
inside your head. 6.
Then we have
I
the
made Snoke.
Poor Mike.
Sorry, Mike.
then we have the
you give to me?
God damn it. Then we have the Darksaber and the Spear. I already said that. And then we have the Dark Troopers. Okay. So now they're getting ready for the showdown, and we're trying to figure out what's going to happen. And what do we got coming in? That's not
X-Wing.
like, but it does now. And
It's a presence I've not felt since
Harrison Dula.
Red 5 coming in.
Man.
Trying to think, like, the moment I saw the X-Wing, I was like, I know it's probably Luke. But it's like, who else flies an X-Wing?
Right? Here, we need to do like the pop culture hour thing for editing.
Yo,
after
it's
this
Wedge. He's still alive.
With Darth Pizza. Boop, boop. Play our reaction of all of us screaming, because I'm pretty sure I screamed a couple times.
No, what you said immediately is, does Dash Rendar fly an X-Wing?
No, I said it wasn't Dash Rendar. It was
Kyle Katarn. Sorry,
Kyle Katarn.
Yeah. I mean, I would
That's
think
what I
Kyle
thought.
would.
After you guys said him, because he has a green lightsaber too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I knew it was. See, I thought Luke, and I was thinking Luke, but then automatically I tried to lower my expectations all the time. I'm like, okay, I don't want to.
It can't be this good. It can't
be this good.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Did Kyle Katarn fly an X-wing? Maybe
Dude,
it's just
the
Kyle
only one
Katarn.
that was at 110% was Mike, because Mike said that they're going. All the cards are in. Like Favreau was like, "Here's the fucking lot, man. I got 4 aces. I got 4 aces, and you got shit. Here you go."
I said it on Talking Sith the other day too. I can't remember what I put on it. I think I was like 85% sure it was going to be Luke Skywalker. That was the safe bet.
I thought we were going to see Luke at some point. I wasn't positive we were going to see him this time. I still thought it was going to be Mace Windu.
Oh, you didn't think you were going to get a mirror hallway Mustafar with Luke Skywalker destroying fucking Dark Troopers, saving a baby alien Yoda?
I should have predicted it. You're right.
Crushing Dark Troopers like a beer can.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
he should have chugged that. He
Wraith
should have
move.
chugged that dark
Yo,
trooper.
he did that Wraith move that Anakin does in the cloak, where he's just like his head's down and he's just slaying. It's so sick. I can't wait to watch it again.
The moment
This is 5 years after Jedi, so
no, it's 7, right? Canon?
Is it 7? Oh, it is 7 at this point. You're right.
Okay, so Return of the Jedi is 4 ABY, and this takes place. They still haven't confirmed. I don't think if this is still 9 ABY or 10 ABY.
It's vague.
It's very vague. A lot of people in the community seem to think maybe the season starting was still 9. And then maybe by now we're in 10.
Right.
Which would mean this is 6 years after Jedi and about 5 to 6 after Battlefront 2, since we last saw him on Pilio.
Yeah, it's got to be around a year, because Mayfield looks at Mando and he's like, "Hey, Mando, long time." And I don't think he was being sarcastic. I think a year could have passed that he was in that time.
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, especially with Navarro and how that changed, at the end of Chapter 8, and then whenever it came back.
Grief Karga, unless he just stopped using Just for Men, like he went from having black facial hair to white facial hair. So I don't know if Just for Men is a thing in the Star Wars galaxy now.
I mean, do you
shouldn't be.
think it could be more than 1 year? And if it's more than 1 year, then Luke's training Ben could be training Ben already.
We actually just saw. I was totally thinking it was Battlefront 2's the last time we saw Luke. We actually saw Luke. I do believe it's when he was training Leia, when we see that flashback in Rise of Skywalker, which was shortly after we saw him in Battlefront 2. And at this point in the timeline, Ben was born in 5 ABY, so Ben is only about 4 to 5 years old. He's not trained yet.
But Leia quits training when she's pregnant.
Right before he's born.
Right.
Yeah, right before he's born.
Right. Okay.
And as far as we could see in the movie, he wasn't quite pregnant. Or if she was pregnant, she didn't have the belly yet. It's pretty early on.
Right.
And the reason Leia stops her training is because she knows Star Wars rhymes.
Yes.
She's smart.
At the end of her training, she sensed the death of her son, and then Rey picks up where she left off, and at the end of Rey's training is the death of her son. So she was right.
God, I fucking love Star Wars.
This I don't know. This says something about the mask. I don't know what it was then. So that's after the whole Luke thing.
What about Jim Carrey?
Right.
I love that movie. I showed it to my kids recently.
Then we have Gorgu and Mando. He takes the mask off to say goodbye to him.
See,
so
do you guys think it would have been more should they have left the unmasking for this?
Yes. This is handled with a lot better gravitas than the first time.
Unless because we had this conversation, the mask, the taking off the mask and the facial scan wasn't to get the records. The facial scan was in case they needed to see who got it afterwards. So because there was so much disarray with the Empire and people coming in and out and everything like that, they can't have, just like, oh, those codes are old, but, they still check out. Okay, fine, let them in. So it's like, okay, fine, we can't have everyone vetted at the time, but now we have your face scanned in case we need to find your ass. It's not going to be a problem. So now they have his face, and when in season 3 or 4, when the Battle of Mandalore is going on, and Gideon has escaped, and it's now the cult Mandos against Gideon, he's going to be like, wait a second, hang on, and pull up his data pad and be like, look, he's not one of you guys. We have his face. He took off his mask already. And then, boop, there you go. And now they're going to be like, wait a second.
Now he claims to be your leader.
Division.
Yeah, and now it's like, yeah, this guy that's, this guy who's supposed to be your leader isn't true to your creed or, whatever it's going to be. So then you have, that little filler episode, which isn't a filler episode until the season's over or until the entire story's over. Can you call it a filler episode? Then, boom. Because if you didn't have that episode, then you'd lose all the rest of the Battle of Mandalore.
Write that down and date it. Write that down and date it, Mike.
Yeah. That is a very interesting prediction and foreshadowing if what you're saying is true. But I don't know. He could just say, well, I've now gone by Bo-Katan's route of no, I can take my helmet off. I don't know. Maybe he can defect to that code of Mandalore instead.
Do we think he's just made an enemy out of Bo-Katan? Do you see the way she looks at him when he walks in like that?
It's kind of weird.
Definitely a rival.
That, but at the same time, I think she's introspectively mad at herself for taking Mandalore, the first time.
Right.
She's kind of kicking herself in the butt a little bit. She's like, now I'm in a pickle.
Who brought it up earlier? It was a good call with how she actually got it. It wasn't by battle. Sabine gave it. It's like there you go. It's like the Elder Wands. It was never really loyal to Bo-Katan. It was never really loyal to Snape. It was loyal to Draco and then to Harry.
Draco, and then he beat Draco, so it belongs to me. Snaps.
Wait, Josh. I think you might have a problem with your mic, maybe, or someone has an issue.
Someone has.
Yeah, there's something going on with someone's mic.
Okay. All right.
Can't be me.
Let me mute.
Yeah, I think it's Gan.
Yeah,
I'm glad it wasn't just me that noticed that. I thought it was just me.
No,
that's right. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, oh, maybe it's just
my hand was probably over the mic, is what it was.
I'll tell you this: it's a really fucking shitty rule that's eternal because, Din didn't know that was up for the duel. He was literally defending his life. 1, 2, he had completely ulterior motives, and he didn't accept that. What's the word I'm looking for? Josh, Bill, Mikey, that burden. He didn't want to. That's a burden for a guy like him, who's basically a nomad in the galaxy. How is that still a rule? There's got to be
about this, Michael. Remember the whole thing about whether it was accepted or not, and we traced down who the actual person is who can claim it based on combat.
Yeah, so it has to be, but that's where it's Sabine getting it and handing it over. Technically, Sabine would still be
the last. Why doesn't Bo-Katan fight Sabine?
Sabine never took it by combat.
Yeah, and I know she grabbed it from Dathomir
Hideout,
whenever those Dathomir and witches were there.
Dathomir witches,
and
yeah.
Maul was,
So Maul had it. So technically, Obi-Wan would be
he just
the
picked it off
rightful.
the ground.
Because Obi-Wan beat Maul.
But they're both dead.
Vader beat Vader,
and then who killed Vader? Luke. Which, by the way, you just noticed Luke was in that scene. He came in, and now he just had a moment with Din there. That was a little interesting.
So if you go back, it goes to Skywalker.
It goes to Luke, and then who beat Luke?
Kylo.
Well, Luke kind of sacrificed himself, but yeah, let's say Kylo.
Luke went Dumbledore on us.
Kylo did not beat Luke Skywalker.
Wanted to take it to the end.
The Force,
so technically,
the Force
Luke,
took Luke Skywalker.
Luke eternally through the Force is Mandalore forever.
I mean, Kylo pretty much put the smackdown on Luke when he dropped a building on him. And then went and destroyed the temple.
True.
Well, yeah, if we're going by this, I still like to know, well, then who killed Tal Vizsla? How did Tal Vizsla die? Because he was the first ever Mandalorian. He's the one who forged the Darksaber. So
yeah, it wasn't even a thing back then. They hadn't. It wouldn't become a thing until they go and steal it from the Jedi Temple. And then whoever's Mandalore back then.
Jedi something, and then the Mandalorian stole it back.
It used to be the helmet. It used to be the helmet of Mandalore. If you guys played KOTOR, that was a plot. That was a plot that they needed to know where the helmet of Mandalore was in the Revan book by Drew Karpyshyn, that they needed to know where the helmet was for them to reunite all the Mandalorians.
You think the helmet will show up in the show at some point?
Ooh, man, I don't think
so. Is that
so.
one of those things that's just kind of lost to time?
I think it's just lost to time. I think that the Darksaber is the new helmet, essentially.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'd love if Revan showed up in this. He likes to pop up all the time, so he's probably still alive somewhere in stasis or something. That I would lose it for. They bring Revan into this show. He's at the end, Jedi. He's like, you know what? I can take Grogu. I can train Grogu. I can be Mandalore. I got this, because he's got the Mandalorian helmet.
Mike,
Keanu Reeves.
Sorry, guys. Mike, I just in the chat, I just sent the full Luke Skywalker 3-minute scene. If you want to play any clips, or if you want to pull up any screenshots, Bill, just send it to me. Just to have on hand.
Going to replay that scene over and over and over again.
I'm going to watch it about 50 more times tonight. And I'm probably going to record it and throw it up next to the Darth Vader scene from the end of Rogue One.
I love how the door was shut just like in Rogue One, and they're trying to bust in.
Yep.
And then the Dark Troopers turn around just like the Rebels did.
See, it's so interesting because that he went for that, but I still see Mustafar too. Yep. I see both. It's like they took both of those scenes. They took the Anakin turning and they took Vader at his prime, and they kind of put it together.
Yeah, so that last bit was very much
with the glove. That's how you know it's Luke.
I'm getting feedback again. Can you guys hear? Is it me? Is it just me, or is it? No, it's gone.
No, I
heard a little bit.
My volume might be too loud. I turned it down. We're good.
Oh, that's better, Gannon.
All right, so here we go. Let's try this and see.
So yeah, in this scene you can see the glove, and then you can see the hilt of the saber, which gives it away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the hilt until I saw it closer.
So that right there, that first one, that's right there. That's
this is Mustafar.
When Obi-Wan that's also Jedi Temple when he's just crushing Jedi.
It is
in the security cam.
And I didn't think about it. He has the hood on the whole time, just like Anakin. Yeah.
I was waiting for him to turn to the camera.
And the swing, you see how the swing is unorthodox? Like he doesn't even need to try. Like you guys know what I'm trying to talk about. Right? Yeah.
Right there.
And the door is shutting. It looks like he's going into the youngling room.
Right.
I'm glad he's still wearing the Jedi costume too. I'm glad he's not dressed like a typical Jedi.
No, he's like Dark Empire. I mean, I got Dark Empire vibes too, plus Jedi.
I'm getting goosebumps right all over again. Well, he's cutting right through some of those guys. Look at that. That's not
Beskar. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's
Beskar.
So Durst, are we thinking
Maybe
maybe
parts of
Dursteel
it are
then?
Beskar. Maybe the fists are Beskar or something. I don't know.
Dude, can you play that again when he just crushes him? Oh my god.
That was pretty.
Oh,
There he goes. Yep.
That's
It's like the
video
exact
game.
reaction the Gamorreans had.
That's also like
Oh my
Anakin,
god.
end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I think he crushes some droids, when he's doing his no, which we
Like
gotta
my-
know.
Oh, there's the
Call
Phantom
out.
Menace shot right there.
Which one?
Where
Coming
he comes
out of
out of the like the smoke, but it looks like the
Obi-Wan
gas when they come out of
Obi-Wan
the
and or Qui-Gon.
yeah,
Right.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Yeah. With saber.
And that
Oh.
good reveal.
Oh,
And then
That's
nobody
the Jedi
died.
right there, Jabba's palace,
Yeah, it really was.
That is
like
Jabba's palace.
which we are going to see in a little bit. We didn't even know.
Fatty tuna.
I love fatty tuna. I like Fennec Fat too. But
Question: when are we getting that Black Series?
dude, no, I was thinking of the
Fatty tuna.
Funko. I was thinking of the deluxe Funko of
The
Mando,
Funko.
Mando with the dark saber, with Baby Yoda next to him.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Dude.
Don't make any more
Baby in
Star
one
Wars Funko
hand,
Pops.
dark
That's
saber in
fine.
the other.
Don't make any more. No, they don't need to make any more. They don't.
Have they
So
made
Mike still has some room on that wall behind him.
Yeah.
Hey,
I still see a little blue.
So Mando did. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, please.
Mando did get a new ship. It's just bigger than we
Oh
thought.
my god.
I was saying the cruiser, but Gannon and Trev were like, no, I think Trev said it. Like he needs a crew to run that thing. You can't fly it by yourself.
Basically, yeah.
Droid.
Bo-Katan has the Gazanti
Droid.
stuff.
He hates droids. He doesn't like droids.
I bet there's a ship on that ship that he could get a hold of.
I mean, they're just going to
Possibly.
recruit some more Mandalorians. I'm sure that
He has to have some kind of ship.
Bo-Katan's got some more connections. They're going
So
to
that means
retake
she's got
Mandalore.
what, 3 ships now?
Yeah.
Do you think she's gonna pull like a Starscream? I'm sorry, I'm just using Transformers where like she hates her leader, but like she's gonna obey, or basically like a Sith apprentice,
Yeah.
kinda like
The Acolyte.
the acolyte. Yeah, meaning Bo-Katan's gonna look to like acknowledge his leadership, but still try to fucking take him out at some point.
That's her track record, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
Like, she flips and flops. She flips and flops. She does what she thinks is best for Mandalore. And as soon as she finds out, that's another thing. It's kind of like what Toomedtoo Mike was saying. There'll be dissension if the children of the Watch find out that he has revealed his face. There's going to be dissension among these other these other Mandalorians like Bo-Katan if they ever find out that he was ready to give it all up. He's like, I don't care about Mandalore. I'm just going to take my kid.
And last time she saw him, he wouldn't reveal his face.
Right.
So I'm thinking she was a little mad that maybe this cult leader or part of this cult was now considered the new leader of Mandalore. And then I'm wondering if maybe once he took his helmet off to show it to the baby, maybe that was her way of kind of reconciling that maybe he's changing his ways.
I'll have to look and see. I'm at the part right now where Luke Skywalker is just arriving, is playing in the background for me. Like, does she give him because they keep showing like looks of disdain from her when he comes in with the darksaber. Is there any kind of like reconciliation look after he takes his helmet off?
We'll have to go back and look. And that was kind of weird in the edit because I thought for sure she was going to be the one that was dying this episode when Gideon shot her.
Yeah, I thought
because you heard her go, oh, and I went, oh no, she's done.
I thought one of them died. Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole rumor going around on the internet that
I thought that, but I was
but because we see Moff Gideon blast her like 2 different times, and I'm like, okay, well then that does not look good for her. Like she should at least need a medic, put her in a back tank, etc. But then next we see her standing. Yeah, next we see her standing right there, like she's completely unharmed. So yeah, even though I have very few flaws, but I mean, I guess that would be one of them.
I can't remember. There might have been a shot of her getting back up again, but it was very quick. If it was,
Trevor, look right above your head.
Yeah. I see the back tank right. Okay, right. Right there. Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, he blasts her right in the chest plate. I've just watched that part, and
So you hear it bounce off?
yeah, and
Okay.
Oh, he goes to kill himself. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, he went to go shoot himself into the chin, and she takes the butt of her
yeah.
rifle and slams it.
Obviously, he's like the rest of them, and he is serving a higher purpose.
Absolutely, he's trying not to give up information.
I wonder
It's
if he
gotta
doesn't
be
have the
Thrawn.
tooth, because he would have bit down on that tooth.
Yeah.
he
Oh,
probably
the
thought he was
cyanide.
Taser tooth.
Taser tooth.
He'd rather shoot himself.
Techno tummy.
He's a taser tooth tiger.
Taser tooth.
Star Wars cyanide.
Now, does he serve Thrawn, or is he serving, the Emperor? Like, what's the guy from Rise of Skywalker? I always forget his name.
Pride.
Yeah, General Pride. We know
Pride.
General Pride served the Emperor, so I'm wondering if he's kind of like Pride.
Or Hux's dad.
Armitage.
Armitage. Yeah.
And we have a canon look at him. He's got red hair.
Hollywood Hux Hogan.
They need to bring. What's his name in? His actual father to play Armitage Hux.
Hollywood Hux Hogan.
Or it's not Armitage, is it? Armitage is General Hux's first name. What's his father's name?
Brendel.
Brendel
Hux.
What is
Brundlefly.
What's his father? Mad Eye Moody actor? That's his father.
Is that really his father?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a picture they put a picture of Brendel up. If you go on Wikipedia, he looks nothing like that actor.
Oh man,
not even close. They've already done an illustration of Brendel, so they'd have to match somebody closer to that illustration.
What happened? Go ahead, Bill.
I was going to say, can I bring up this comparison? When he takes off the mask, I got a lot of shades of Luke taking off Vader's mask. Let me take up my mask off so I can look on you with my own eyes just this once.
Dude, the mirroring is crazy.
And Luke's right there.
Season 7 vibes with Rex in that scene, too. Because he starts getting teary-eyed like Rex did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing I want to point out is that Luke obviously since Grogu earlier, back on Tython and then as well in the ship. But I thought like maybe he'd have a reaction like once he saw, oh wait, this is Yoda's species, and then like instantly reminded of his training on Dagobah, and then his last moments with Yoda. It's like there is another Skywalker. I thought he'd have some react to like seeing, like knowing that no, it's not just some force sensitive child. No, this is the same species of my mentor.
Well, I think when Grogu was at the Seeing Stone in meditation, I think him and Luke spent a lot of time together, man.
I think it's
what I mean?
Rebels when Ezra.
World Between Worlds.
Yep, when Ezra, even before like they actually went into the World Between Worlds proper, you saw them kind of enter that space in the Temple on Lothal a couple times.
Yep.
And Yoda just like pops up and appears. I think that's basically what it was. Like they had a whole conversation.
That's how Ezra got his first lightsaber crystal too.
Maybe those crazy people were right when they were saying that there was some sort of remember we were talking about this. People took screenshots up on that mount during the battle, and there was
it was a Yoda figure.
Yeah,
and there was a silhouette up there.
And then the blue butterflies, which somebody brought up, that's from the
Darth Vader.
The Darth Vader comics, and like father, like son.
Yep.
So you got the whole tie-in with Vader now.
And then R2D2.
R2D2.
Oh, dude, that made my heart melt.
Who said it? Somebody
started rocking back and forth with the whole
I think it was Michael. I think Michael said it. When we were, because Bill, before you got on, we actually watched this live together. I wasn't going to do it, but I said fuck it, and I hopped in. I think Michael said it. He goes, he said R2's going to make it better. R2 makes everything better.
That was me.
Like the bitter. That was you.
Yeah.
The bittersweet. Like you made it cute with R2 and Grogu, so you're not so disappointed about Din and Grogu leaving, because like. To go with Luke is cool, but then for him to go with R2, it's just cuter.
Now, was Jimmy V in the credits as being in the R2 astromech? Because I know he was for the sequel trilogy. I don't know if they brought him back.
CG. It looked totally CG to me.
What, all of R2?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You think they did that to match Luke?
I think so, just to draw some away from Luke. But it looked
We're just gonna take this and we're gonna turn into Battlefront 2.
Dale says yes. Ezra has Yoda's kyber crystal.
Yeah.
Yoda's kyber crystal, huh?
No, because he has a blue saber. That first saber's blue.
Yoda's kyber crystal. Yoda's
No,
saber.
Yoda's kyber crystal.
Ezra's second saber was green.
Josh knows. Josh
Yoda's
knows.
saber gets burnt up. It ignites the furnace to burn most of the Jedi lightsabers.
Darth,
we still don't know
Darth
who Ezra got
Vader,
his,
Darth
second
Vader
crystal.
number 7 or number 6 in the comic.
Maybe, yeah, he looks really CG. At least when he retracts his tripod leg, R2 is CG, but he looks CG to me. He looks CG. I think Grogu is pretty CG for some of this too. So
I mean that may have been their way to keep
Blend.
it from anybody knowing that Luke Skywalker's in it or that R2's
something
in
was
it.
too practical.
So we're not even going to use. I mean, the best way to do it is to make it CG because everything else in the frickin' show is practical. So why wouldn't R2D2 be practical? Well, because that's the only way you keep the Grogu secret, and it's not as big as the Baby Yoda secret. But for us, we're like, oh man, if we would have known R2's in it, if that would have gone out, then we would have known that Luke's in it.
Yeah.
You know, a 99.9% chance that Luke's going to be the Jedi, or just whatever it happens to be.
it could have been like a Empire Strikes Back, where nobody
Obi-Wan
knew.
is your father.
Yeah, exactly. That they had different scripts. Nobody knew who it was actually going to be. I'm watching.
And I did
right
notice
now.
a parallel at the end, a little bit. That's kind of like a parallel to the end of season 1. You know, when Mando takes Grogu up on the jetpack and he's like looking over to the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
They did that same shot with Grogu with Luke holding him, looking back at Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
God.
So
my wife's gonna cry.
That does it for the episode, and then we get the end scene that we already talked about. But
that I watched live with you guys.
That was awesome to see your reaction.
As did I.
Fatty tuna.
I love fatty tuna.
Boba just taking his spot. Boom!
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
And just sitting there.
So and good for Bib Fortuna for taking over Jabba's spot for so many years.
How many frogs?
Only to get shot down immediately as soon as we see him.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys read the first? I think it was the first Aftermath book.
I did.
They
Mr.
talk
Bones.
about like a small hut or something that was being raised by Malakili
Yeah.
to possibly like take over as like a puppet leader or whatever.
Actually,
we don't know where that hut is. Maybe Bib killed it.
That hut was supposed to have gone to Freetown with Cobb Vanth. And Cobb Vanth, with Malakili, they were supposed to meet up, and they were going to raise the hut to be the new ruler of Tatooine, but they were going to raise him to be a good hut.
So where is that hut? That's the question. And we know, because they said it in the first episode of the season, they're like, oh, I hope we see you again.
Right. Well, they already retconned slightly the Cobb Vanth story. It is not one for one.
Yeah, and Michael and I talked about whether or not he was telling the truth or not.
Yeah,
well, there's tons of unreliable narrators in Star Wars, so.
Yeah, well, that was my big point is, just because he said that's how he got the armor, and if you watch that episode, it doesn't seem like he's being trustworthy when, Mando's the first, like, how'd you get the armor or whatever. But, I mean, think about it. If I'm trying to convince you should be my partner, am I going to be like, well, I just screwed over my last partner, or I killed my last partner, or whatever the story's going to come out to be, unless he did just find it himself. But I mean, like, hey, trust me, I killed the last guy, that's why I have the armor. But I'm still trustworthy. Maybe
he's got baby Hut in the back, and maybe that's why he said, when he sees Baby Yoda, he's like, maybe I mistook you.
Baby Hut's going to be Mando season 3.
Maybe Cobb is raising the hut in his martial hut.
That's what I'm saying.
What about Book of Boba? Could he show up there?
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Here's a good question. Are we getting a time skip for season 3?
I think with the book coming out next November, there has to be a little bit of a skip.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, at least a month's time, if not, 6 months, a year.
I'm thinking a year.
It doesn't make sense to like season 3 premiere takes place right out, where you have all our heroes on that bridge discussing how we move forward, or especially that the only tension would be like in terms of this season finale is the tension between now we have Bo-Katan and then Mando as to how they deal with the Darksaber, or maybe as well the Beskar spear. I mean, I don't really see. It seems like Bo-Katan does not care about that Beskar spear at all. So like even if Mando's like, oh well, then take this as well. It's like, no, I want the Darksaber, but I'm gonna have to earn it. That sort of thing. But
all right, so do we have
Max Lloyd Jones here? I'm going to send you a link. Mike, look up Max Lloyd Jones, and that is our Luke Skywalker.
Do we have an exact date for the first episode of season 3 of The Mandalorian?
We don't, but we do have a very telling
December
sign.
2021.
Which what's that?
Well, I'm saying, like, according to the Wikipedia for The Mandalorian, it says late
They're talking
December
around Christmas time,
2021.
and I'm wondering if we're going to kick it off with Book of Boba.
But do they actually mean, when they say Christmas, do they mean Christmas or do they mean Christmas time?
Right.
Which is what they say with the sequel trilogy. They said Christmas.
Because that would be Christmas Eve if they do it on the 24th, because that's a Friday. Which means if we get a, I mean, this is all speculation, of course, but the Book of Boba, if it's starting in December of 21, that could be the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th. If it's a 3-episode thing, instead of making a movie, they decide, hey, we're going to keep this on Disney Plus. Instead of making a 2.5-hour movie or 2-hour movie, we're going to give you 3 45 minutes. It's going to be a short series. You could get then the Book of Boba covering a couple of years, and then the next week skip right over to Mandalorian season 3, and it's gone through a couple of years. So even though you have a time jump, you're getting a story during that time jump, or whatever it happens to be. So it might. I mean, I don't know. It's still a year away, and this is the first we heard about it. So.
We do know, because of the book being published at like the very end of November, it's very like a parallel with how they released Catalyst for Rogue One right at the end of November, and then they also dropped, what's that book that came out right before
Rebel Rising? Sorry, I thought you were talking about
Resistance Reborn. That dropped at the end of November as well. So I'm thinking if they're dropping it around that same week as the other 2 books were, I'm thinking you're somewhere between December 18th and probably the 31st is when we'll expect Mando season 3 to start dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Give people enough time to read the book and then, sit down and watch.
Yeah, this Max Lloyd Jones guy, Josh, he's a pretty boy, huh?
Yeah, it says guest starring in order of appearance, and it says double for Jedi here, which I missed last time. Matthew Wood is Bib Fortuna, reprising his role because he played him in episode 1.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's the episode 1 guy. Okay.
Yeah, Matthew Wood, who also does the voice of Grievous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the voice of all the battle droids in the Clone Wars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fat Fortuna Funko.
Fatty tuna.
Now, can somebody look this up real quick? There was a Luke double actor for the scenes they were going to use him in TFA, where they were going to recreate the
Fatty
Bespin.
tuna needs a
the Bespin sequence where Rey touches the lightsaber on Takadana.
It's not this guy. Because he
You know
wasn't
who I'm talking about
like
there, right?
that. Yep. Luke Skywalker.
I forget who that actor's name was, but that's a completely different scene. It's not even a deleted scene. They never even made the deleted scene.
Adam Frazier? No, sorry. Hold on. That was
exclusive. Force Awakens. I got the picture of it right here.
Robert Bolter?
Nope, it's Adam Frazier.
Oh,
Adam Frazier.
Wait.
Send that to Michael so he
shared
can
earlier
share
today
that?
by Adam Frazier. The photo of actor Robert Bolter. You're right. Yep.
Robert Bolter.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll put the
There you
link
go.
in the chat.
And of course, we're getting trivia questions from Trevor already. So, the exception of Resistance and Solo, R2-D2 has appeared in every Star Wars movie and TV show.
True.
Yeah.
And where's 3PO?
With Leia.
With Leia, yeah.
So, are we going to get that Leia cameo?
I think it's inevitable. Dude, you got New Republic. We
I
got
was
Rangers.
actually-
That'll be Rangers of the New
That's
Republic.
where she's going to show up. She's going to be in the New Republic Senate.
I love that. I go up.
Yo,
The
are
Brady
we getting
Bunch.
Chandrilla in
High
live
five.
action?
We got to high five it, Mikey. Yeah.
We got to
Raise
get
the roof.
Chandrilla in live action, right? With the young Ben Solo and Leia.
Yeah, Genevieve O'Reilly's already coming back for Andor. Bring her back. Just age her up a little bit for Rangers of the New Republic.
And they got to make her look more like, what's her name there?
Billy Lord. I mean, Billy Lord.
No, the original Mon
Yeah,
Mothma.
the original Mon Mothma.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they get into some tricky area. But they just did the
Yeah,
face stuff with
that's
Luke.
Caroline Blackiston.
Caroline
Yeah.
Blackiston. They just did the face stuff with Luke. They can take that same tech and put it on her.
Yep.
It'll look a little quirky, but I think if she's got enough people around her in the room, she should be okay.
Hey, now that we're talking about this shit,
All right, this is what you
Mike.
want me to share.
Yes.
Yes, that's the picture.
Definitely not as pretty boy as the other guy. Did you see the link right above that?
Check out these previously unreleased behind-the-scenes photos from The Force Awakens.
Yep.
well, this was the guy they were originally going to use.
For
Yeah,
the
for
Force
TFA.
Awakens.
Yeah,
And he looked a lot like Anakin if you look at him a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then that was the original photo. I remember, because I was working for Star Wars News Net at the time, when that photo of Luke dropped, we were all talking about that before you guys even got to see it in the public.
Mm.
The
That was nuts.
the one where Mark is in the studio getting shot.
And if I remember correctly, I want to say that was actually
That one, the second one, right?
the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one because I was part of the MSW crew.
So
Yeah, I
MSW,
remember-
I think, was
I
one of the
remember-
first people to drop it, actually.
Yeah,
I had, to,
Jason.
I had to look and check and see if this was Patrick's article, because it's like back when I was a regular on a Resistance broadcast, I was like, wait, Patrick, you wrote this and you don't even remember?
Right.
I used to write a bunch of stuff, and my name's not actually on the articles on there, because
Ghost
everything I
Rider.
wrote went through Viral.
Oh,
Who's the site manager, so.
good old viral.
Good old bureaucracy.
Mikey, click Josh's other link, the one above that one. This is our new Luke Skywalker currently. I still think if we get more Luke, it's Sebastian, but this is our current Luke Skywalker.
What's this?
I
guy
think if
next
he's
with
helming a
chops?
series of his own, you have to have like a Sebastian Stan.
I agree. This
But then,
dude is
like, how the heck are you going to film that? Man, you'd be juggling that and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Well,
Yeah,
Falcon and the
exactly.
Winter
I was
Soldier
thinking
was
the same
is a
thing.
limited series. I take that back.
Right.
dude, here's another thing. If
So
they
they're
film that
done.
in
They're wrapped
Sydney,
on that. He's good.
if they film that in Sydney or England or California, like he's already there. Like it's the same. Like Pinewood is going to be filming Marvel and Star Wars. He's
So
already
he's-
there.
He's from Switched at Birth, the TV series. Looks like he plays a pretty big role in that. Let's see.
I mean, this dude
I'm
is
thinking
pretty.
the fact that he looks a
Screen
lot like
series,
Hayden.
That's a pretty guy.
Once Upon a Time.
He looks so much like Hayden.
So that
War
third
Planet
picture at the
Apes.
top, the third picture at the top, I get a Luke vibe from like Battlefront 2,
Yep.
I do too.
right?
He almost looks like a CG Luke.
And this
Just
one right
in
here,
He does.
this one right here where he's wearing the red shirt looks like Luke.
He's
young
a weird
Luke.
hybrid, like
Yeah.
between an Anakin and a Luke.
Hey, well.
He is a Hayden Christensen, Mark Hamill.
He is. And if you look at that, what is that?
It's
that
like if
fourth
the two of them had a baby.
The four,
Right.
go up, Mike. There's a picture with him in a red shirt.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I was
aged up
saying.
Jake Lloyd.
My buddy
Jake
Count
Lloyd.
Dookie, we call him.
Yeah.
He's watching it and live texting me right now. Third generation troopers a couple minutes ago. Jedi just landed. Green saber? Luke? Gloved hand?
Oh my God, he's freaking out.
Now I'm not sure. Was third generation in Legends? Was that human in the suit?
It was the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed it was. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the opposite of Legends.
Yep. Because I was waiting for us to go. I mentioned it on Scum and Villany, and I'm Scumbag and Villany, and I mentioned it on Talking Sith that I thought we were going to get a progression to third generation, putting people in the suit and then getting, because at one point there was like a Hulkbuster suit too in Legends, and I thought Gideon was going to jump into that.
It was in Jedi Knight. I remember slaying
And
it
he's
with
still
my
got a lot of
lightsaber.
story, so
Yeah.
he still could get in a suit.
Yeah, because we know he said he's coming back for next season, and even season 4 he was talking about.
Yeah, so I'm thinking someone's going to rescue him. Is that Thrawn?
Who, Gideon?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason he's kept alive, right?
Yep.
Someone's going to bust him out, and I'm wondering who's... well, they actually mentioned it in this episode. Cara Dune said she wanted to interrogate him.
Yep.
Because he's ISB. So
and
the
he
New
tried
Republic,
to blow his head off because
the New Republic's going to have him. He could make an appearance in Rangers of the New Republic.
Yep.
And now that the New Republic has him, this is where you might start to get some of those First Order ties of like people in the New Republic government, like, you know, finding their way in.
I want to see Pride as like an officer or an officer or like something where we watch him scheme his way up the ladder. You know what I mean?
Who read Lost Stars?
Parts of it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I have it in my bookshelf still.
It was really good.
You got to read it.
You got to read it.
It's my favorite book of the new era. Like,
nice love story, but it's good.
It's in my top 3, I think.
All right. Well, Dark Disciple is currently my favorite.
What did I say?
Dark Disciple's sick. I wish we would have gotten to see that.
Trev, that's my favorite book.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite book, dude. Dude, if Quinlan shows up at some point, I'm gonna fucking die. I swear. Oh my god.
I think his best next appearance would be Bad Batch if he does show up.
I was gonna say Andor, but
I think Bad Batch. We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see the stuff we were talking about earlier with Boba Fett and Cad Bane. We're gonna tie in with Shennick and young Fennec Shan because we see her in the trailer for Bad Batch and Boba. We're gonna kind of put a ribbon on that, like see how they're tied together before she was techno-tummied.
Yo, and they get Daniel Logan to come back, so you get some Daniel Logan and Ming-Na Wen.
Yes. Even if they did Daniel Logan in like Lando, if Lando takes place around Solo time period, just give me a quick shot of Daniel. Like we see Boba, we see him take off his helmet for a minute, and it's Daniel Logan under the helmet. I would love that.
And can we just like say a huge thanks to Lucasfilm for putting Boba on a throne on the day Jeremy Bullock died?
Oh my god!
I was so scared. Earlier.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Do they have the balls to kill Boba Fett like the night of Jeremy's death?" Or like they could have had like an alternate ending, like, "Oh no, he died. We need to change this ending."
I was so scared.
Fett on the throne.
Quick, get Fatty Tuna out there.
Yeah, right.
They put Boba on a throne on the day Jeremy died. That's just nuts.
Okay. Yeah,
he's on a pedestal now, quite literally.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, they did make it up, but like just the timing of it, like, yeah.
Man, you just gave me chills.
Incredible.
And just think about it, he's going to be on that pedestal till December 2021.
And there's stuff with Carrie too, with Rise and Last Jedi that freaked me out. Sometimes, like this franchise is spiritually connected. I swear to God.
Yep.
I had just seen Rogue One. I had just seen her appearance, and I went to a restaurant right afterwards with my wife, and the waiter told us about it. Told us about her having her
terrible.
Yeah.
I found out the news, and I went to go watch it for repeat viewing the day she died. And literally, as soon as the movie ended, there was a 15-second standing ovation of everybody in the theater.
Wow.
I remember that. That was when Rogue One came out when we got the news. I forgot.
It was
the day I saw it.
It was like
a few minutes.
It was like a day before Christmas or 2 days after Christmas.
It was after Christmas. I want to say
it probably happened while I was watching.
I'm pretty sure that,
27th or 26th, I think.
December 26th is, I think, what it was, if I remember correctly.
So you immortalize A New Hope Leia on the screen one more time, like the same time that she passes away, and then this happens with Jeremy Bullock, which is crazy.
Well, let's hope they don't bring back Harrison Ford or anything. Or
oh no,
dude, don't even play.
I think they brought him back for the last time. No, I mean I don't think.
Well, he's confirmed for Indy 5. So
well, if we get that Lando, like we were talking about on Scumbag and Villany, and like I talked about on Talking Sith, we get the dual timeline Lando.
Hey, so Steele's talking about a Lando Godfather 2, just like you are. And it's less about, like, I was just thinking that Billy D's sitting around a campfire or a chess table on the Millennium Falcon, but he's talking about like him and Jaina going on an adventure that cuts back. That like he'll see something that reminds him of like, oh shit, I was at this planet before, and then it'll cut back to Donald Glover.
And you think they probably, people are going to say that they're doing that to fix the Rise of Skywalker and yada yada yada. They probably pulled back on it because they've been working on this for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too much of a Star Wars apologist, but I live a happier life that way.
I know I am. Yeah.
I heard a good quote the other day. There's not a Star Wars movie. There's just Star Wars.
Yes.
I love that.
Well, there's 12 Star Wars movies, but okay.
Well, Mikey,
wait a minute.
My roach
Hold
cut.
on.
My roach cut that I've been
can't
telling
wait.
you about.
I can't wait to see it.
It's kind of like the machete cut. It starts off with A New Hope. You get the introduction to the galaxy. It goes to Obi-Wan's hut, and then he starts talking, and it goes back, and you watch episode 1 and 2, and then flashes back forth. There you go. There's the Lando. But it's all one big movie. That's all it is, man. This is all one big spice stream. Denny's.
Oh, I want to grand
over
slam.
my hammy.
I could go for a grand slam right now, but Josh, when you have the roach cut available for us, let's watch that. Let's do a Mystery Science Theater 5000. Watch on that.
Yes.
Yeah, and if somebody has a Discord, you can do a watch party on your Discord.
There we go.
I like it.
We'll make it happen. I get all you guys back on here. I'm loving chatting with all you guys.
Here's a question for you. Will she appear in the Lando series?
Ooh, yes.
I mean,
think so.
probably.
I think if it's a prequel, right?
Unfortunately, she'll be in it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan of L337. I'm not afraid to say that. Just didn't care
could be
for
the tie to Andor. If they show how he meets K2, they'll be like, okay, here's Lando meeting L3.
Trev, I appreciate your honesty, man. You know that means that
Maybe
you're
not.
Yeah, then I mean I don't agree with him, but that's okay. That's good.
Yeah, hey.
Star Wars is
It's
what you
not
love.
always a good podcast if we always just agree about everything.
100%.
Gannon, right? Gannon? Has anybody ever told you kind of look a little bit like Pedro?
Well, hold on. I got rid of this. Yeah.
Yeah, just
a little bit.
Hold on.
No, you got the nose. No, you got the same nose.
You do.
You're the
nose
same
and the
nose.
eyes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I need to
kinda.
cosplay as the Mandalorian.
Just go around taking your helmet off slowly.
Yeah, I see it.
Nah, if I did that, everybody'd be like, "You're not Hispanic."
So you're not pretending to be Hispanic.
Right.
You just look like him.
Yeah, that's not your fault.
You just look like him.
Yeah. Your
Guys,
girlfriend-
I got
your
some bad
girlfriend
news
wants
for
you.
you. I've got
Jeremy
I've got a
Bullock
call.
died a
It's
second time.
almost 6 a.m. here, and I have responsibilities.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got to head out.
I have to work too and get
Yeah,
my
so-
kids up in a little bit.
Feel like 7 hours.
So do I.
Thanks for letting me on, fellas.
Always. I mean, you
Alright.
guys know every Saturday night at 10 o'clock my time is the septic tank.
Septic tank.
It's
Be
a
there.
free for all. It's a free for all, just kind of like this. We just talk about whatever.
Well, the next stuff that's up is the High Republic stuff's going to start coming out.
Yep.
Pizza. So like
January 4th, Lucasfilm live stream, day before it all drops.
yeah, they're going to keep us going for a while, with this. So with
Yeah,
that,
I got those ebooks from them that I need to.
I read a crazy thing today, guys.
What's
please
that?
don't do
I
this
don't
to
know if
me.
you've
I really
heard,
got to go to
there's
sleep. I'm not going to want to.
There's a new Chinese novel that's coming out that is officially canon, but
We
it's
don't
only
get it.
available in China.
You won't get it.
Apparently, the High Republic is going to lead all the way up to, I think they said 50 years before Phantom Menace. So we got a huge, 150-year playground to play in.
Dooku.
Dude, they're not stupid. I mean, this is Marvel's format, and I don't mean that from when they Disney acquired Marvel. I mean from when Stan Lee invented Spider-Man and Peter Parker 60 years ago, and Peter Parker is still only 35 years old or whatever. Like, they're not stupid. This thing's gonna go on for your grandkid. You'll be taking your grandkids to fill some of that timeline.
Yep. Very good comparison, Pappas.
Yeah.
Very good comparison.
All right, boys. I love you to death. Thank you so much.
All right,
I'm
everybody.
fading. I feel it in my soul.
Make sure to subscribe to Scum and Villany on YouTube, please. Scumbag and Villany.
Make sure to subscribe to Talking Sith podcast.
Yes.
And you already know about Toomedtoo.
Josh Roach.
Josh Chapman is cool, but Josh Roach
is awesome too.
Is cool. They're both cool.
Talking Sith podcast. Hit it up.
And find Trevor and Gannon on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter as well as Sporkle for me. I got plenty of Star Wars trivia quizzes and stuff. You know that this is the logo for Sporkle. Yeah, you already know. You know.
Love it.
And we now have, so you guys can edit this out, we now have the not safe for work part of the podcast. So in case any of you ladies are upset that you didn't get to sit on Santa's lap this year, you got Santa's mustache rides coming. Don't you worry.
Oh boy. There we go.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Gannon136, and I will be on this Saturday, which is actually now tomorrow, for Kylo Customs' special birthday bash. Please stop by and wish him a happy birthday. He was just here earlier on the stream, but yeah, go give the old man a big happy birthday.
All right. With that, I say good day. May the force be with you.
Hey.